Hello, everyone. My name is Katie of the Greenland Quilter channel. I hope everybody has been having a great week. I'll be updating you guys because I know you're going to ask about what's going on with me because last time we talked, I couldn't even be on my live. I had to let someone else live because I was just too sick. But I do have an update. And as you can see, I'm seeing a little peppier today. And some of the swelling is out of my face and some of it isn't. But I'll talk to y'all about that in a minute. So why don't I just get this all over with and start picking on someone? How about I put you on the floor first, Teresa? Tell everybody who you are, blah, 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 blah.
Thanks, Katie. Hello, everybody. My
You
name
get
is
to be on the
Teresa.
hot seat.
Yeah. Teresa Louise. I quilt too, and that's the name of my channel. I typically go live on Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I do different projects, regular piecing, foundation paper piecing, just all kinds of quilting and different crafts. And yeah, it'd be great if you could join me. And I like to go live with Katie now and then whenever she feels like having me here.
Which could be 7 days a week if you let me know. I'm just kidding.
That's about it.
Okay, now we're going
Thanks, Katie.
Hi. Oh, look how that's coming along. Wow. Can you show it to them real quick? That looks great.
Those are my extra squares. I'm just going to make a pillow out of it. So
I don't know what my Zoom is doing right this minute.
I'm not sure how I'm going to make a pillow out of it, but I'm thinking about it.
Well, maybe you can like line it and then you set a good size right now for the front side of one.
Yeah. So I'm just going to crochet it back, and then I'll make a pillow. Then I'll know what size it is, and then I'll make my pillow form to fit in there. But I want to be able to take it in and out, like if I want to wash it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe you could put a if you line it, then maybe you could put a zipper on it where you can unzip it and pull it out.
Well, I was thinking about doing an envelope thing, where
Oh, got you.
so I would have actually two pieces on the back instead of one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Anyway, that's what I'm thinking.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's
Okay, I don't know what yeah, I must have hit the wrong button. Okay, now let's do Amanda.
So, I'm Amanda, the Scraptastic Crocheter, and I do live streams when I have time to do live streams. I mostly do, well, I only crochet, and I like to just kind of share my crochet and inspire people
That's pretty.
with some, maybe not, the typical crochet stuff. It feels like I get to hear that a lot, that I do things differently. I don't know why that is, because it's, well, I guess I need something to keep me, interested in things. I don't
Yeah,
like to do like basic stuff. I like the intricate stuff. So I guess that's a something that can inspire people that's maybe not the typical stuff, but I love to do fun stuff and variation. I guess, yeah. But I try to do live streams whenever I can, which is usually every other week when I don't have any kids at home. Um, yeah, that's about it, I think.
okay. I was trying to get the bot to it shared your link. Okay, well, then we got Andi. Next.
I am the Crafty Witch and I crochet a lot and I've recently been making some bags.
And you should show them your cool bags.
Yeah, I am. I've actually been finishing some bags, like double-sided or leather-sided. Got some really cutesy ones or some spooky ones.
Those are so cool.
Yeah. So I'm gearing up for a few shows coming up. And today I will be mass producing kitty cats.
Yeah.
What type of kitty cats?
Just my little chunky cat pattern that I wrote up a while back. I think I have an actual video that I did a tutorial on a while back. So if you want to make one for yourself, go check it out.
Do you have one that you can show? Like a already made one?
Yeah, I have to go get it though.
Oh, okay.
I'll go get it. I left it in the other room.
Hey, Chaunda.
Oh, there
Hola.
you are, girlfriend. I was getting a little concerned.
No, if I'm not gonna make it, normally I'll let you know. I just
Yeah. Yeah, I figured you would because
had
you
some
usually
stuff run
do.
over.
It's okay. I watched your video right up until 7 o'clock. All right, Shauna, oops. I am putting you on the last of the hot seat. So tell them who you are, blah, 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 and what you're working on tonight.
My name is Chaunda. My channel is Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts. And I've got 3 projects that I might be working on today. I think I'm gonna try to work on this sweater though. Because it's February and it's already getting warm and I need to finish it. So
So are you going to QuiltCon?
yes, I am going Friday and Saturday.
So are you going to have your sweater finished before then?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to wear this inside anyway, because
Yeah, that place is pretty warm. I thought I'd see if you were planning on it or not.
absolutely not. I'll, especially, with the hot flashes and everything, I will be wearing a short sleeve shirt and then some type of light layering jacket.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you on that one. Oh, I knew I was going to get that. Oh, hang on. She's showing a cat. What happened to the tuxedo one? I wanted to see that one.
Oh, it's cute.
Oh,
With blanket
it's
yarn.
super cute. Look at that. I want one.
That's adorable.
In a box going away to somebody that ordered it.
Oh, darn,
Chunky.
man. That tuxedo one, I liked it. That's super cute.
Yeah, so that's what I'll be making.
That's adorable. All right, let me say hey to everybody in the chat, and then I'll give everybody an update because I know someone's going to ask anyway. Hi, Denise, and hello, Andrea. And we have Lee of Anfield. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Joyce H. Welcome, welcome. Judy H is also here. Hi, Jason. It's good to see you hanging out with us. And is that all we have in here right now? Okay. So here's the update on what's going on with me. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I was right. I had a serious sinus infection going on, and so it had all of this side of my face swollen up. In fact, it was so swollen up that I didn't even see this until the doctor pointed it out yesterday, but I had this red streak going down below my eye, and my glasses are touching the swelling. We had a long discussion about how this has been an ongoing issue with me since 2020 with my sinuses, and that I told her that doctors have not heard me. I was supposed to go to Nuke so they could deal with this problem I'm having, and now it's escalated into making me sick. I mean, I was really sick the last 4 days. And I was in pain. My whole right side of my face and my mouth hurt. And I couldn't eat for 2 days because of the pain. And then I was taking too much paracetamol, which alarmed my friend Melanie, and I got chewed out for doing that, and just a bunch of stuff. So she's put me on penicillin, and I'm better today. I still have, you probably can see there's still some swelling over here. But it is lesser up around my eye, so my eye's not hurting so much, and so that's good. I feel better today than I did yesterday. That's why we're having the live now. How long is the live going to go tonight? I don't know. I might cut it off if I start to feel tired, because I am noticing that my stamina has been a little bit down. I did eat today though, so I'm proud of myself. I did do that.
Yay.
The doctor called me this afternoon at 5 o'clock because I didn't hear from her this morning, so I assumed she was still reading my journals and stuff. She is going to send me to Nuke, one way or the other, and we're going to broach my sinus issues along with the issues that I've told her about, where I can be just sitting here talking and suddenly I feel like I'm suffocating. Or I can be laying down and have the same problem, and it'll last 30 or 40 minutes and then it's gone again. It's like someone put a pillow over my face, and I can move air, but I couldn't. It's hard to explain what I mean. As an asthmatic, you can inhale air, but you can't exhale the air. So it gets stuck in your lungs and it makes you feel like you're suffocating. But this suffocation effect I'm having seems to be affecting my breathing in and out my nose and my mouth. So I don't know what it is, but they're going to send me to Nuke for that and deal with both, and probably all my other little things that I've been having over the last however long. And so I thought this would make everybody happy, because at least I finally got someone to listen. We're also going to talk about my mental health on my next appointment with her. And I don't know, we might talk about my weight while we're at it, which is a touchy subject for me because I don't like talking about my weight at all. So, anyway, that's where I am. So now all y'all know I've been transparent.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better today. And
yeah, better today, definitely lots better than yesterday. Oh my God. I just know I went to walk. Oh, and someone asked me to go walk yesterday. Whoever it was, I don't remember who, but I did walk yesterday, and I walked today, and I got all out of breath just going up the block and back. And it's probably because I'm sick.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you can't breathe, you're going to be winded when you try to exercise.
Yep.
Or do any kind of movement.
Exactly.
and sinus infections are no fun. I used to get those all the time.
Well, she examined me yesterday, and she looked in my throat, and you could see she was concerned. But then she looks in my ears and she asked me, she said, "Has your ears been hurting?" "Yes." "Does your face hurt?" "Yes." And she could see the swelling. But then when she was looking at my eyes, she was like, "Have you been having trouble with your eyes too?" "Yes." But that one eye, she was looking at my right eye. She says, "Does that one hurt a lot?" I'm like, "Yeah." But it was because the swelling was way up here on the rim of my eye.
Oh.
And when I would put my glasses on, the glasses was literally sitting on the puffiness, and there is still puffiness here. But it's the medicines kicked in, and I asked for ibuprofen because I couldn't find any in the store, so she gave me some of that, because the ibuprofen is an anti-inflammatory pain medicine, but it's great for when you have inflammation, which is what this is. And because paracetamol or Tylenol, paracetamol, acetaminophen will not take inflammation out, but ibuprofen will, but it's hard on my stomach. So we have to keep an eye on that.
Right.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Timmy. So you're probably wondering, well, what are you working on? Okay, first of all, I kind of have a hot mess over here with I don't know how this happened, but this got wrapped around my yellow. So I've got to untangle it so that I can work on this row that I'm using the yellow on. I don't know how this happened. I probably caused it because I was rampaging for something over there. Uh-oh, I'm pulling the green out.
Uh-oh. Do that.
Oh no. What I did is oh no, I don't know how I'm gonna untangle this. Because what I did is I left the yellow in. I didn't cut it because I was just gonna add it back in again where I didn't have a tail. And I just started another row with the green. And then when I got done with the green, I could cut the green off and return back to the yellow. So right now I have this big mess. See it?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
And it's intermixed with what it shouldn't be intermixed with. So I got to figure out how to take it apart without creating more of a mess, without cutting it. Otherwise, I'll have to cut something, and it'll probably have to be the yellow, unfortunately, even though I was trying to avoid doing that.
yeah.
So I don't know. So that's what I'm going to spend a few minutes messing with, trying to figure out how I'm going to undo this problem. It might be too much of a mess and not be able to do anything about it. But I'm going to give it a try and we'll see what happens. But sometimes if you just be a little patient and don't do any tugging, you might can get it undone.
Yes.
I have learned that in my younger years. Don't tug, don't pull, don't force, because once you do that, you can forget about getting your yarn undone.
Yeah, and you make a
Sure.
knot here, not knottier.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, I got to make sure I'm not pulling stitches out of the afghan that I'm working on. And the downside is, see, I didn't take when I left the yarn on the yellow is running through a hole on this bowl, this yarn bowl. So I can't like exactly take this out of the bowl and unwrap it. So everything's going to have to be unwrapped doing it with this, because this is not running through the hole.
Right.
So how's everybody doing, and what are y'all working on today? And Laura, are you feeling better? She says, Timmy, I'm doing much better. I had bronchitis for 3 weeks, but after 2 rounds of antibiotics and steroids, I'm feeling much better. That's good to know. Laura, that's good. I am doing blessed, just working on a race car with a friend. And Timmy says, Laura says, Timmy, that's awesome. My husband used to race as a hobby. Now he restores classic cars, which I think is very cool.
Nice.
I never get to play with cars. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to get all of this undone. Okay, so I know someone may remember that we talked last time about we're going to be doing a project together, a mandala. We will update everybody on that soon. We need to do some more conversation to figure out what exactly we plan on, which project we're going to do or how we're going to do it. So we will update everybody. I'll probably, between all of us, post on our community tabs when we have a final project picked out. And then we'll start it probably in March. At least that's the plan. And then we're going to have to watch the 2 crocheters don't out crochet everybody else. I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know who you're
Well, since we were hanging out here last time, I already showed this a little bit earlier, but I've been watching the Olympics. So this is something I started during the Olympics. So that is just a quick start that I did of something else. Similar, like it's the same designer as the blanket that I'm working on now, but it's a different one. So I've already done that. And I've been working on this one. I think you guys saw me work on this last time we were hanging out here, right?
Yeah.
And
You
then of course
started
we
it.
have the temperature blanket. So this is February. Because well, we are in February. I don't know. When were we here last time? Had I
We
finished
were-
January? I don't think we had that. So January
Um,
is finished, and now we got February.
Last time
you
we
know,
were together was January hang on. Yeah, I think we were the 3rd week or either the 2nd week. I don't remember. I'm looking now.
yeah. So I'm just busy crocheting. So I totally get that you're worried that I'm gonna out crochet you.
Yeah, last time we saw each other was the 20th of January.
Yeah. So okay. So you saw a big part of this one.
Yeah,
And now we have
definitely.
this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a yarn ninja over here.
Well, so are you, Andi. You're not, it's not just her, it's both of you.
Yeah, you guys are pretty prolific.
Yeah, I can never
can't
keep
do it.
up. Yeah,
But you guys are doing your other things. I only crochet, and with a broken
Yeah.
foot, do you know how much time I have here?
a lot of time on your hands when you have a broken foot.
Yeah.
Thank good it's not your hands or something.
Oh yeah, no,
You
that
said
would
your-
be ugh.
Yeah, that would have been horrible getting pinned down where you couldn't do anything with your hands. So, your foot's doing better, or I mean, it's healing, correct?
Yeah. So the foot is better. I've been walking with crutches and I ditched the crutches now. The foot is good enough for that. But yeah, there's other issues now with my neck and shoulders instead. So it's been a pain in the behind, to be honest here. But it's getting better. It's definitely like, yeah, I see the light of the end of this misery. And the like the worst part of this, I have never ever in my life felt the urge to clean as much as I have done now when I haven't been able to. It has been
Isn't that hilarious?
terrible. I never
get
thought that I would say that. Like, I really want to clean. Let me get the vacuum out. Let me mop my floors. I have never felt the urge as bad now as because I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can understand that. I remember when I was down in my back from the car accident, because that's what started my whole journey with this back problem. And I was down for 18 months and I couldn't wash laundry or take care of the house or my kids or anything else. And it was like, I really want to be doing this stuff. You don't realize how much you appreciate being able to do stuff until you get hunkered down and can't.
Yep.
It's crazy. Let's see. Thank you, Tammy, for asking everyone to hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Hello, Mona. She says, I'm going to stand in the corner. Why are you standing in the corner? No standing in the corner for you, Mona.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
That's right. No one puts you in a corner. That's right. No corner time. Hi, Dawn, and welcome. Denise says that sweater is pretty impressive to me. How long have you been working on it, Chaunda?
I started it last month. I would be done with it, but my gauge doesn't meet the pattern gauge. So I have to stitch a different number of rows and I have to do my decreases a little bit differently. And so as I was doing the sleeve, I wrote down what I was doing and how I needed to do the decreases. And then I can't find the stinking piece of paper that I wrote all that on.
Oh, no.
And so I haven't touched it in 2 weeks because I didn't want to have to go back and count how many stitches I had in each round, which is why I put it down, because I realized I need to try it on before I can redo the math.
Yeah, and then you have to make sure that the math is mathing.
Right. And I don't want to mess it up because I'm distracted because I'm talking and I'm responding in the chat. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me just put that away. And I'll
Mona says clean. That was what it was because we mentioned cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Mona says for real talent. She's putting a heart in. So I'm excited that we're going to be doing a project together, and I think it's going to be fun dipping my toes back into doing a mandala again since it's been that long since I think I've done a couple of mandalas since the big one, but they were small ones, and I definitely will get them out so I can show them to you on our next live. I forgot to do that with everything with me being sick and stuff. I kind of forgot. And I dropped the ball concerning the mandala thing. So I'm the one
You've been sick.
Yeah.
And you've been busy.
Yeah, you don't blame yourself. You've been sick and you've been, yeah, no. It's all good.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, that's for sure. I think it's been a year since we started this too, hasn't it?
Ooh,
I think it has been a year.
it might be.
because I realized that my piece of mine was a year old this past Sunday too. That has really it's doing so good. I'm so proud of it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. People are more and more coming to sit and talk, and people are asking questions, and Myra had a really good topic, and so did Danny. Actually, they both came. They came prepared, to cover for me, and one of the things they kept saying is, "We miss you because you're so good at keeping up with the chat." I'm like, yeah, that's true. And I was on my phones, and as bad as I felt, I really couldn't keep up with all of it. Look, I think I got it out. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Yay, it's not a hot mess anymore. All right. Oh, that's awesome. Now I don't have to be stressing out about cutting it off.
That's what she said.
Yay. All right, now I can get started on this. I've been doing today. I have sat in front of the sewing machine for a little bit. I got rest last night. I actually did sleep last night. There was twice where I woke up. I think the first time I woke up at 3 a.m. and then I woke up again at 6 a.m. I don't know why I was awake, but the 6 a.m. was probably a good idea because I needed to take the penicillin anyway. And but then I crawled my butt out of bed at 10 o'clock this morning and decided it was time to get out of the bed. And so I didn't come in here to the sewing room or the sewing area until I want to say 1 o'clock maybe, or 2 o'clock, somewhere around that time frame. And to start with, I was just piddling, not really doing anything, and made sure that I had the live all set up and everything ready to go. Make sure I didn't foobar anything, because sometimes when you're tired or sick, you kind of do.
Yeah.
And it's just how it is when you're like that. So that all looked good, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to sew, so I pulled out more of these square and a square that's for the Alice's Wonderland, and there's like 14 of them laying here, and I've been messing with them for a couple of hours. Mona, I've been crocheting since I was 4 or 5 years old. I can do some things with my eyes closed. Those are the projects I work on during life, says Laura. And Chaunda's saying something in the chat. She's saying, I'm with you, Laura. I've got 3 crochet projects, each with a varying degree of difficulty. Tim retracted his message twice. I must have missed what was said.
Should make cat puppets. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Hey.
Oh.
Laura says, yes, Mona and Chaunda, sometimes I want to challenge, and other times I just not up to it. You know what I've been thinking about doing is dragging it. I have 2 totes of squares.
It's a lot of squares.
Crochet squares.
Yeah.
Some of them are from trading squares from other people, and some of them are some that I did. And I've been thinking about dragging them out and start thinking about what I want to do with them, because they're sitting in the tote not doing anything. Do what, Andi?
You should totally make a onesie.
A onesie? Oh my God.
I need to make one for Jason. Maybe he'll wear it.
I don't need ideas, Andi. I do not need new ideas.
Funny.
Fun.
I love a onesie. I'm wearing one now. Okay.
Oh,
So
that's a great idea.
don't threaten me with a good time. I will make a onesie.
Scrappy onesie, scrappy onesie.
It's hilarious.
Don and Amanda.
Hey, Rita.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking like what type of yarn would I do that with if I'm doing scraps? I only have like 1 and 2 weight. It's gonna take me forever to make a onesie in a 1 weight yarn.
And to fit my fat ass, it's gonna take a lot of yarn, okay? I don't think I have enough scraps for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all got me tickled.
It's
That was
okay.
hilarious.
It was great. I couldn't help myself. There he is. He was there. Okay, he's gonna wear it.
Are you talking like a onesie like a baby would wear?
Yes.
Yeah, they have adult onesies. Have you not seen those before?
I haven't. I've seen, onesies that babies wear, but I've never seen.
Yeah, I remember as a teenager, before we got into church anyway, mom would buy us pajama onesies. And I would be like, I would wear that all of once or twice, and then I'll like be over it because it's too much of a pain in the butt to take on and off to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
My neighbor has one. I am so jealous. It's like a fleecy type of fabric and
Yeah.
it's like pink leopard print.
Wow.
And
Did
it's
she
got
get
a
her? I
hoodie
wonder
and
if she got hers from
everything.
Fenty. No, mine is more snake print than leopard.
No, well, I'm in Sweden, so we probably don't have the same stores anyway. But yeah, like it's got a hoodie and it's got like a double pocket in the front. It's awesome. I'm so jealous. I was like, I want one of those. Give me like one pieces. Oh yeah. I and fluffy ones.
I have
Can't go wrong.
3 onesies.
Me
I have
too, Andy.
I have a Totoro onesie, a Yoshi onesie,
Oh, I
and
bet the
Friday
Yoshi.
the 13th. Yeah, the Friday the 13th onesie.
Hey, Linda, she says, good evening, everyone. In and out making dinner while I watch. I got that box of cards like the quilting blocks, but it's crochet to make some different granny squares. Oh, I have that too. And then Timmy says, if everyone would hit the thumbs up for today's live stream by turning off. Yeah, he wants y'all to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Timmy, for helping out. And I thought I just saw. Hey, Rita, what are you up to today? Rita says, those are a pain. You have to use the restroom and you basically have to take off your clothes. Not me for me. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, when you don't leave the house, you don't really have to worry that much.
Yeah, and I only wear them when I'm home.
I
But if I'm running an errand like to the grocery store, I will just leave it on. I'm not like changing clothes for that.
when I wear mine out, it's usually to Comic-Con, and I'm at my booth, and I try not to drink a lot of liquid.
But
Yeah,
it
the
will make
neighbor
sense
that
to wear
has
to Comic-Con because they're characters.
Yes.
yeah. My neighbor that has one, she usually has hers when she's walking the dogs or pick up the kids from daycare. She's like, I don't give a, she don't mind.
Denise says, that would be long johns, right? Not the baby ones with the snaps at the crotch.
Definitely no snaps at the crotch.
Yeah,
No, full
like
size.
long johns.
Yeah, they're like long johns.
Yeah.
My friend, the friends Torben and Ellie, when we go out sailing, Torben will be wearing a onesie the entire day. And then whenever he's got to get, go out hunting or nothing, he just slides on the warmer clothing over the top of it. It's always funny watching him run around like that.
I mean, I grew up wearing overalls, so if you're used to wearing overalls, the onesie is really not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. I'm gonna find a picture and I'll send it to Katie.
Yep. I'll have to see it. Definitely. Rita says, well, making blocks and uploaded a new video. When did you upload a video? In the last hour? Because if you did, I didn't see it because I was watching Chaunda's. Because she posted a video a little bit ago.
I know, finally.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that had the reaction to that box. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to buy that box. Are you still getting your sew sampler boxes, Teresa?
Yeah.
So what did you think about January's box?
Um,
Or have you looked at it?
I've looked at it. I just don't remember what was in it.
And
Was
Denise,
it,
I always wonder if people wear pajamas in public. Do they put a clean pair to go to bed at night? That's a good question.
I don't sleep in pajamas.
Yeah,
My onesies are for around the house only. I can't sleep in.
yeah. If there
First
anything,
the flames.
yep. One of the
okay.
first, go ahead.
I was not impressed with January box. And one of the reasons why is because with that pattern, you need 10-inch square pieces of batting for that project. And they sent you 8-inch square.
Yeah, I was wondering about why that was.
So
Was
I
that-
don't know if that was, just a whoops on their part. It definitely was a whoops, but I mean, could they not get the 10-inch? Yeah, I don't know. Why send me a pattern and then send me the parts that are not correct,
Yeah.
So the pattern was quilt as you go also? I didn't even pay attention to that part.
Yeah, it was quilt as you go. I mean,
just knew I wasn't gonna make it.
I can use those 8-inch squares for bow cozies or something else, but that's not the point, you know. And I tried that thread.
What did you think of the thread?
I felt like it was okay, but it's too slick, if that makes sense. So I was trying it with the paper piecing, and it just, believe this or not, but it kept coming undone.
Really?
Yeah. And so, and I had it all in the same settings, yeah, I just kept having problems with it. I don't know if it's because, I mean, it says it's 100% cotton, but it's got it like a shine to it. And it kept coming undone on me. So I just said, nah.
Maybe it's mercerized cotton in that.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know how it works or how how it sews, I should say.
So I haven't tried the template yet, but yeah, I would have to say I was disappointed with this box. And I'm never a fan of half of a layer cake. I do not like that at all.
I don't mind the half a layer cake because of the cost of the box. I would understand why you wouldn't want to put, like, the going price of a layer cake right now is what, like $40 to $50. So I get why in a $30 box you wouldn't want to put the full layer cake. So I don't really knock them for that. I'm okay with that part.
Rita says that's the reason for quilt as you go. Making batting smaller makes it so you do not have to cut the extra batting. I don't know how to quilt as you go, so I wouldn't know.
And that Pacific pattern calls for 10-inch squares of batting, and they sent you 8-inch. So that's what I'm talking about.
Now I know the 8-inch does match the pattern that comes with the template, or at least you can, because they gave you enough to cut. I think that the pattern that comes with the template requires 2 less than what we got, because the pattern, it says 10-inch squares in the template pattern, but they gave you 2 more than what you need. So I guess that makes up for, so you can get all the cuts you need to make that. So I guess I didn't even look to see that the other pattern required, the bow tie pattern required 10-inch squares.
I watched her make blocks with the 8-inch one. I'm trying to think if she did any 10-inch ones. On one of her lives, she did do the 8-inch ones, and it looked interesting, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know whether I would enjoy even doing the pattern.
Well,
For
maybe
me,
I read that pattern wrong. I'm going to look at it now.
Well, I don't know.
Like
She,
an Andi.
I don't know if she was using the 8-inch pattern or not, but she did sew on a live some of them. Or maybe it was a pre-record that she did. I can't remember which it was. Because there was she did have a discussion about the blocks. Denise says usually if a square is 10 inch, wouldn't the batting be 9 inch if not the full 10? That's a good question. That's
Yeah.
a good.
Because even if you lose half an inch from each side, or I mean a quarter inch from each side, that gives you 1 inch.
Yeah.
because you need space. You need space to sew them together, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see.
I will never use that template. Ever. Ever.
It's almost like let's see, hang on a second. Let me go get something real quick.
Okay, so for in the pattern requirements that came with the template, it says, we recommend 1 pack of 10-inch squares of 80/20 silky blend happy cloud batting.
Right. And it says you need was it 4 of them?
But they sent you 8-inch.
Right, because I think it says you need 4 of them. We got 6 8-inch, which is enough because each of those 10-inch squares is cut into 2 3/4-inch squares. So you're not using the full 10-inch square. You're cutting it down to 2 3/4-inch, which is why I know I would never do it because I'm not making 2 3/4-inch blocks. Period. So
Yeah, I didn't read any further after that. After I saw that.
So I think with the 2 extra squares, it gives you enough to get all of the 2 3/4-inch cuts that you would need to make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's, they just repurposed already cut items.
The pattern kind of reminds me of this pattern here, sorta. Because hang on a second, let me show you. It has this layout on the inside of it. But this kit, I've had this kit since I went to a quilt show in Fresno, and I sat in a class about this and watched it, and the way she did it, it made it look so easy. But because I was so new, I was foolish because I was so new to be I'm a totally new quilter. I probably should have left this alone and not brought it home, because after I brought it home, I'm like, I don't remember how to even start it because I had only ever seen that once. So I don't know, maybe eventually I'll figure out how to do it on my own. But the quilt was the way they did it, it was almost like quilt as you went along, but the way they attached each circle was different from what your template has for the sampler box. So, but it seems like it's similar in nature. Hey, Lori, it's good to see you. She says, saying hi, but I'm about to go into an appointment. Okay. It's good to see you. Rita says, wait. Okay. I'm still caught up. Don't forget to do the voting on the poll up top on the word. I'm going to have a little fun at y'all's expense with that word. See how many votes we have so far. So the question is, what does dactylion mean? We have 25 votes so far. 20% says toe, 8% says heel, 60% says tip of the middle finger, and 12% says the wrist. And I'm
Say
going
that word again, because in my head I pronounce it differently, but
it could either be dactylion or dactyleon, whichever, because you use that E sound with an I.
I didn't know where to put the emphasis, so I didn't know if it was dactylion or dactylian. Like I didn't know where to put the emphasis, so I didn't know
Here,
how to
hang
say
on,
it.
let me listen to the pronunciation to see if they're doing the I as an E sound. Because sometimes, because it's a European, it's almost like a, yeah, hang on a second. Let me see how they pronounce it. I guess it would depend on what part of the world you're from.
Dactylian.
Ah, see, dactylian.
Yes, that's what I was wondering, if it was dactylian instead of
Dactylian,
dactylion.
see? Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking like something like that too, but yeah.
But when I share a different word with you, or when I share a different word with you guys, you'll see it's not said that same way.
Also, it does remind me of dinosaurs because there's, all these dinosaur-esque. Yeah. I was like, yeah, now we're talking about like body parts, but I'm thinking like dinosaurs. Not the same ballpark.
I was playing with a bunch of dinosaurs last night. It was funny.
I haven't worked on this blanket since like October.
You've got this. You've got this. It's almost there.
Drop a channel link. Yeah, y'all type exclamation selfie. Thank you. Because I've been slacking tonight. And that's because I'm not myself tonight. And I keep and y'all, I'm sorry if you see me constantly doing this. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
It's okay. We know.
I notice I've been touching my face a lot tonight.
Well, it could be worse. You could be touching other places. Just saying. Could always be worse.
Naughty girl.
You could be sitting here. You could be sitting here scratching your armpit. That could be worse. Or like scooting around on your chair, being like, "No, my butt's itchy." Like a dog on a carpet when they're like scooting themselves. I'm just saying, it could always be worse. You scratching your nose is not the end of the world.
Really not.
Oh my gosh.
When I first started out though, with my videos, you could see me touching my face a lot, or my hair. Oh my God. But I think
No.
a nervous thing going on when I was doing that back then.
I constantly do it, but not when I'm on camera for some reason. I think it's because I grew up in the theater.
Rita says, I thought this was supposed to be rated G ...
I
Not
didn't
when
say
Amanda's
anything.
here.
It is. It's rated G for good fun.
That's right. Good fun.
That was not when Amanda's here.
That's why I didn't
Hey,
say
I'm
good teen
behaving.
fun.
I am behaving, okay? Don't.
Yeah, she hasn't pulled out the penises today, so we're good.
True. I don't have the pin cushion out. That is true.
Make sure oh, it's not even typing because I don't have the mouse in the screen. Ah.
But if you want me to, I can go get it, Chaunda. Like, no problem.
Apparently
you
that
would
was
really get people to
funny.
uproar with that one. I remember what that looked like. Oh,
I think she has it as
Oh,
Scraptastic.
there we go. Yeah, I couldn't remember how it was.
it's not Amanda. It's Scraptastic. I don't know what the heck. I guess maybe. I don't know why I put that instead of just putting her name. Go figure. Maybe
Well,
I
it's
need,
also not the easiest one to spell, so you didn't make it
I need
easy.
to put just Amanda in there, and then it won't be such. Yeah.
But thank you.
Thank you, Nightbot, says Mona. Yep. We need to get Mona up here to sew with us.
Yeah.
It's always interesting when you start adding another, just one individual row, because then I'll go back to the yellow again. It always gives this interesting effect when you do that. It is getting bigger. It may not look like I got a lot of it done, but hey,
Get you go.
it's going. Hey, Rip It, I subbed to you, says Chaunda.
Yay.
Ribbit, what is your name?
Mona.
Oh, so it's not Mona Does What anymore?
No, this is a different
That's
Mona.
a different Mona.
Yeah, this is a whole different
Oh,
person.
let me write that down.
Not the
Gotta
Mona.
write it down.
A different Mona. It took me a while to figure that one out too, because I'm like, wait, Mona has 3 different names? Come to find out, she's a different Mona.
Nice.
Did you stop crocheting, Teresa?
Just for a second.
Just getting her stretches in.
Rubbing the thumbs.
She's trying to figure out that quilting pattern still.
No, I put that away. I'm not planning on doing it anyway, so. I put
Yeah,
it in the
saw that
giveaway.
look.
It's in the let's give it away box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that look.
Like, no, thank you.
I did think about trying it because I really never have done a quilt as you go quilt. So
I'm just happy I got my hands on that December box because now I own me a box of those clips.
I love the clips. Have you gotten yours yet? Did it come in the
Yeah,
mail?
I got it. I put it on. I unboxed it. What's today? Tuesday. I unboxed it last night because it came in the mail yesterday.
I'll have to go look at your unboxing.
Yeah, I unboxed.
yeah, those clips are awesome.
Yeah, I
Yes,
like
ma'am.
the clips.
Yeah.
I was super happy when I'm like, oh, that really got me some.
This looks
The,
like
the original alphabeties were just not practical for me.
Oh no, because like
Yeah.
I said, I am so tempted to go and buy me, you know, those sheets of wool that you use for, I forget what, is there's a craft you can use wool with. I've been thinking about getting me a couple sheets of them and cut them into 1-inch squares and then glue them to one side of those alphabeties so that when I set them on top of something, they won't slide off.
Or use the ruler grips.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
this one.
Yeah.
That is
Use the
actually
ruler
a
grips.
great idea. Because they're too slick, and I don't know who thought of making it slick on both sides.
But my thing is I don't sew flat. Like I don't lay my pieces flat like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like that's
Mhm.
just I don't keep my stuff on a design board and just have it flat. That's just not the way I do anything. So I could never use them because I need to be able to pin something.
Yeah.
And so the clips let me do that.
Geraldine says, hello, all you crafty crochet ladies. Hey, Geraldine. It's good
Hi,
to see you.
Geraldine.
Hi,
And
Carolyn.
hi, Lola. Welcome to the channel. It's the first time I think you've been here. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hey,
She says,
Lola.
"Hello, friends. Looks like some beautiful work happening.
Thank you.
Any of you who are channel creators, don't forget to share your channel by typing exclamation selfie.
Ooh, 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 Andi. Oh, not she ran away. Where'd she go? I just look up and she's gone. Where'd she go?
Must have went to get something.
Hmm.
She'll be back. I am liking those flowers you're doing right there on that outer edge, Amanda.
Oh, you're talking about the little these ones?
No, the pink and white part that you did. That
Yeah.
part. Yeah. That's gorgeous.
So all of these are like there's little popcorn, so it's very textured. You see how
Mhm.
much they're popping out as well?
They look
Yeah.
great.
All the pink ones that's popping. And the blue petals that I'm doing now, they will be also very 3D because they're going to be more yellow coming out. So this is, you're really going to get like a flower petal thing out of this. I don't know if you can, if it looks like a flower to you, but it's like a bud.
Looks like a flower to me, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's going to be more of the yellow on the, so it's going to, you're really going to see these like, the blue is going to pop with the yellow behind it.
Yep.
It's kind of like when I did the leaves down here, they're like anchored. So you see that the leaf is loose and then it's anchored up at the top.
mhm.
And that's what I'm gonna do now with what I'm doing and the round, because all of these are like anchored. That's like half of the pattern is is petals that's anchored at the top. So we're getting more of that, but these petals are different because they're like 3 little leaves at the same time. I think it's only going to anchor the stitch in the middle. But it's fun.
So Lola says, uh-oh, where'd she go? She says, yes, I am new. Just stumbled upon you. Love it. Well, welcome to the channel. Lainey says, I can't send a picture, I don't believe, but I'm crocheting roses long stem. Lainey, if you go over to my community, to my main YouTube channel page, you'll see something that says community. Click on community, and I need to make a video about that. I still haven't done that. My bad. And you can share a picture, but if not, here, send me an email. If you can't figure it out, send me an email and I'll post it for you on the community tab. And it'll show, the bot will show the email in just a second. Rita says, good grief. Varen thinks because it is like 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside that leaving the door open is a good idea. Now I'm cold. Cold?
Do you have the exclamation weather thing working for you
Yes.
for Nightbot? Is it just exclamation weather, right?
Oh, wait, no, you type X, and I just messed up, sorry. You
Isn't
type
it like your
X,
zip code or something?
and then where you live at, or you can use your zip code. Now, I don't know if that works for international.
Oh
Is
no,
it-
it works. If it's just like, do you have the exclamation or not with the
Yeah, it's
weather?
exclamation weather and then where you live, or where.
Oh, there's mine.
Yeah, see,
So
there you go.
it's
10
kind of cold.
degrees.
I'll be
Yeah.
back in a few minutes, Katie.
Wait, what's
And
I
that's
gotta
not
go.
even cold. Yeah, like yeah, that's
That's cold.
I'm in Sweden. What do you expect?
That is cold.
So you're colder. Wait a minute. You're what did you say you were Fahrenheit? 10 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I am in Fahrenheit right now? We are at, dang, you're colder than us. I'm 23 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
We've had
I-
colder. We're kind of in a cold spell now. We've had a couple of days with really cold weather.
Yeah. I noticed that my because we're 10 degrees colder than we have been being, I noticed that parts of my heated floor, and I can tell it's like, oh, it's struggling a little bit. But I'm not going to go turn a thermostat up anymore because that's enough for me. It's too hot. It's been too hot in the house during the daytime. Is what
You
it
can
is.
always just put some more clothes on and then you can take it off when you need to.
That's why I
Exactly.
like the onesie, because where I work in a converted garage, and even though I have heat down here, I don't like it. I don't like to run it all the time. So it's chilly down here, and I stay warm in this thing. So that's why I wear it all winter, basically.
Okay, Lainey, I'm gonna go look real quick. She thinks she got it done.
Oh, and Amanda, your blanket that you made for your daughter came out really great.
That
Yeah.
rainbow one?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately it's behind over there, so I can't go get it now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out with the gradient rainbow, since I was using 2 different colorways of mandalas that I cut to like color control the gradient of that. I was not expecting it to turn out as good as it did, to be honest.
It looks amazing.
But that's also why I ended up with this pattern that I'm working on now, because So this is a hooked on sunshine pattern, and this is actually 3 different patterns. Because this is what she's calling the mixology. This is mix 3, the third mixology. So she's combining 3 different patterns. So this is one pattern, the center part. And then I'm working on another pattern that she, take a little bit of this pattern, take a little bit of that pattern. And the last pattern in this mix of 3 different patterns is actually the pattern that I did that blanket in. But I really loved making that blanket, so I was like, let's try this one. And I had already done the center of this. Like I bought this bundle of patterns to do this center. And I actually did that as a bag that I won a competition making this bag. So this is the same. You can see I took the
Right.
center and I made a round bag. It's the same on both sides. But
Oh,
I had this bundle of patterns, so I needed to do the other ones. So I made the blanket for my mini me, and now I'm making this mashup
I'm going to
because
share the
it
screen
was
while
really
we're
fun to do
talking.
it.
Lainey shared some crochet roses, so I'm going to share the screen so you guys can see it.
Yes.
Oh, pretty. I'm impressed. I love it when we see creativity coming from the viewers.
Lainey, what do you want to see? You want to see the blanket I was talking about? Maybe I can go get it in a bit, if that's what we're talking about.
Someone let me know when you can see.
Ooh,
I see roses.
I know, but you'll see it from Zoom before everybody will see it from the
Oh, those are gorgeous.
I know, look at that. Someone in
those
the
are-
chat let me know
wow.
when you see the screen.
I just saw the screen change.
Oh, did it? Okay. So this is from Lainey. She just posted these. She says, "Stitch me up with Lainey." That's who posted these of her crocheted roses. Look at this, you guys.
Those
Those
are
roses
nice.
would look
Oh,
awesome as the flowers on that like bouquet blanket that everyone keeps doing. Those would be awesome to do around on one of those blankets because that would look awesome as the actual bouquet.
they're beautiful. Look at that. I love it when y'all share your talent. That looks great, Lainey. Thank you for
Those are
sharing with
great,
us.
Lainey.
Yeah, they are. They're beautiful.
I love the detail in them.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sharing. So now you know how to share pictures. Y'all are welcome to share your pictures on the community tab in the community anytime you want to. Um, I am going to make a video to help you get there quicker, hopefully. I got sick and forgot about it, so sorry. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. But I will make sure to get that video made.
Okay, so now Andi is back. I just have a little thing for her. So I had birthday live stream last week because that was my birthday, and Andi was there, and I had a dear friend. She had a little giveaway for me as a little present, and Andi won it, but she gifted me the prize because it was my birthday stream, which is awesome. And I just want to let you know that the package has already cleared customs. It's coming from the UK to me. So I got a message yesterday that it cleared customs. It's almost here.
How exciting.
Yes, it's a bunch of stitch markers, handmade. They're awesome.
Very cool.
Yep.
That is awesome. I hope that you love them.
Oh, I better
Mona,
do that because they're pretty. I get to pick them.
Mona, I figured you would. That's going to be an ongoing thing as you're getting used to being a creator. Because I left with questions too, so join the club. All right, thank you, Timmy. Joyce says beautiful roses. Lainey says thank you, thank you, thank you. And then Lainey says I'm going to make them into long stem roses. So she's going to make actual rose bouquet. That'll be
I
That's
fun.
gonna be
love
fun to see.
Yeah, I love making plants out of yarn. Those are some of my favorite things to make, and it's almost time to start. So I love that idea.
Mona says, laugh out loud, join the club. Uh-oh, I just did something on that stitch that not No, please don't put a knot in it. So yesterday, no, yeah, yesterday when was it yesterday or was it today? I think it was today when I went to the store. I ran into, I'll have to explain the backdrop here. Y'all have met Hanifa, probably on one of my lives. She's the young lady that sits the house and takes care of the dogs. Only she's in Denmark right now because she's getting education. So I ran into her. So her brother, Nunu, which her brother's older than her, they just him and his girlfriend just had a newborn baby about a month ago. I got to see the newborn yesterday when it was either yesterday or today in the store, and she's so cute. Oh my gosh. And I said, I asked him, I said, is there anything you guys need? He says, there's always things you need for a baby. I said, do you need diapers? He says, sure. I went and bought him 2 bags of diapers, and he was just so appreciative I had done that. Because, they didn't have a baby shower or anything. So, and I'm thinking about making a small quilt blanket. Actually, I have a small quilt top done, and it probably wouldn't take much for me to finish it, turn it into a sandwich and quilt it and offer it to them as a gift because, she's newborn and I'm sure they don't have tons of things right now because, everything's not accessible around here.
Right.
I bet that that's going to be appreciated.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I told him, I said, you realize that I've known you since you were this high, and he says, yeah, I know. And I said, maybe I could be grandma number 3.
No, you have to give yourself a cool name like Nana.
He said, sure.
I kind of have
Or
done
yeah,
that.
Nana,
Like,
or yeah.
since I started
love the
crocheting,
name.
like when I have people around me that has babies, I definitely making blankets if I can. Um,
Because
since
they're first
that's
time
just
parent.
no, like I'm just like making something special for every baby. It's not for the parents. That's like more of a like I'm making this for the baby and then they
Yeah,
can keep
yeah,
it for
yeah.
Not for
their
you.
own kids, maybe even.
He says she's gaining weight so quickly. I said, I can see that. She's very healthy. That comes with breastfeeding.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. I didn't see her. I don't know where she was, but she must have been in the store somewhere. Because I've only ever met her like once or twice, I think. But I can't wait to see DeBerna because DeBerna's first time grandma, and I bet she is just bursting with joy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, time to cut this one because this one won't get used for another couple rows anyway.
Hi, Andy.
Hi there. So AC Florida's named Andy too?
It's with a Y.
Many Andys. Hi, Andy. Laney says, I call them Afghans instead of blankets.
Yay, we got one.
And Andy says, hi there, Katie. And then he said like 27. I'm not sure what that was about.
I think it like as in thumbs up, maybe.
Oh, thank you.
Number 27.
Oh, he's the 27th person to like. Got ya. Now I understand. Thank you for someone explaining that one.
Grays, reds, greens. Pick one.
Green.
Look at this one.
Ooh, fun.
That's fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Like a
love
little confetti
that pick.
vibe.
Yes.
Definitely.
It's gonna be an alien cat.
It's gonna be meowtastic.
Meowtastic.
Yes.
What is with this yarn today? It's being weird.
Yeah, it's fun. When I'm in my market prep, if I'm making something, I give myself one day, maybe 2 tops, and I make as many as I can, and then I move on. So I'm
Helps
like,
keep the boredom
darn.
down.
Just the same pattern for a whole day.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I think I ended up with 8 Mothmans.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, we got to make some cats now.
Those cats are cute.
They are. I love my little pattern. And it's a no-sew pattern except for the tail, so it's a lot easier.
You can share your channel, Andy. He says I'm on the road to 7K. Type
Oh, nice.
exclamation selfie to share your channel. And hello, Elfish Tank. How are ya?
Hellfish. How's it going? How's the fishies? I always ask that.
Yeah, how's the fishies going? And any of you who have channels, you're welcome to share your channels. Exclamation selfie.
So since this one's like an alien color, instead of regular ears, should I give it antenna ears?
Yes.
Yes, that would
Yes.
be fun.
That is a no-brainer. No, like, why do you even ask?
Okay. Well, I have to now. Okay. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Are we talking like Shrek ears almost?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
That'll be fun.
You know, that's gonna be cute.
All
Of
right.
course it's gonna be.
And for the tail, I'll do the same thing. Make it look like the ears at where it's opened at the end.
Jumpy, jumpy.
Like a trumpet tail.
Yeah, there you
All I
go.
did was move a bowl. Goodness.
Oh my God, now I'm spiraling here. That tail could be tootin'.
It will be.
It's a tootin' tail. And you can call it Mr. Trumpet Butt.
There you it needs to send the signal.
Trumpet butt. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're weird. It's okay.
Weird is a good thing.
Exactly.
Chaunda's quiet. So is Teresa.
They're on a mission.
I don't know. I've been quiet all day today, really.
Did you have a good week at work or a good day at work today?
It was fun. I mean, I worked from home today. I only have to go into the office one day this week, so I'm gonna go in tomorrow. Because holidays count as a day, and yesterday was a holiday, so that counts as the day in the office. And then Friday, I'm taking PTO to go to QuiltCon, so PTO days count as a day in the office. So I
Oh,
only have to
cool.
physically go in one day.
Nice.
But yeah, it was fine today. I had some calls and stuff. I had some court appearances I had to do today. Kind of held me up.
I have no idea what you work with. I'm just realizing that. Like, I don't know.
I work for Wells Fargo, the bank,
Okay.
and I work in their home preservation department. So basically, that's people whose loans are serviced by Wells Fargo, their mortgage loans, but maybe they're having some trouble making their payments.
Yeah, because I like court appearances, that just, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
so
totally
it's
makes
for
sense.
court. Yeah, it's court ordered mediation for people who are having trouble paying their mortgage.
Gotcha.
That, yeah, now everything just makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not out there committing crimes.
It's good to know. We don't want you in trouble.
I know. After I don't think about it sometimes, and I'm like, you know, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I had court today. And they're looking at me. I'm like, well, not personal court, like for work.
It's funny what they assume sometimes when you say stuff like that. I thought you were actually doing in court with other people doing something with someone, not like you, not yeah, like you were
Personal,
kind of like
right.
a lawyer kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm representing the company that I work for. I'm representing Wells Fargo in the mediation. So there's an attorney there. And depending on the state that I'm in, usually the attorney does all the talking. But in some states, the attorney will be like, so, Chaunda, kick it
You just
off.
have to like get all the evidence together, or like all the papers from your part of the everything in
No,
order.
it's even easier than that. The attorney does everything really. I'm basically just a liaison.
Mm.
I'm a liaison between the customer, the court, and the underwriter that looks at that makes the decision. So basically, I'm just an intermediary that tells everybody what everybody else is doing.
So a question on that, because I've got that well, I've gotten to know someone in the US. She works at a law firm as a like assistant, and she never like when she gets jury duty, she always gets like, yeah, no, you're like, we don't want you. When you end up in that situation, like, would you automatically get kicked out because of your like, I guess,
No, because
law
all
like
all the loans
yeah.
that I service that I go to court for, they're not in my state.
Okay.
So I do court in New York, I'll do court in Florida, Maryland, and Delaware.
Well, I'm just thinking like since they like if you get summoned to jury duty, do you'd get asked like what you do, and then you talk about that you do a lot of court work, that you'd be like, oh, we don't want you because you might know too much or something. Like it's
Probably
It depends on
not.
the case. Yeah, like
That
okay.
would all be like unless it was a case that was around mortgage fraud,
right.
it probably wouldn't impact me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have never been summoned. Let me knock on friggin' wood.
Right. I'll tell you one thing. I
I'm
did a lot.
jinxing you now, Chaunda.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get something in the mail next week. It's like I guarantee it because I said it out loud.
She
Like I'm
is.
almost 50 years old and I have not had to deal with that.
I'll tell you what, they'll probably be like if it's detrimental for the case, they'll not want her if it is something that's kind of for the case, but then she can get excused by the opposing side and they can use an exemption to get rid of her. So it wouldn't matter either way because they could still get rid of her from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to have people who know more about it and they'll push for them.
I
So
know
it
more
doesn't
about
automatically excuse you.
I know more about court and law from watching true crime podcasts and Law and Order than I ever learned from my job. Because I'm not really there to do anything court or legal related. I'm just there to speak to what options the customer has to bring their loan current. Like that's what I deal with. All the legal
Hey,
stuff the
Abby.
attorney handles.
Denise made a comment too. Hang on a second. I need to backtrack just a little. I kind of let's see. Fishy is fine, says Elfish, and then Happy says she's listening while at work, and then Laura says hi to Andi. Lainey says very cute, and then Denise says it's funny. It looks like both the cat and the mouse, Andi, on the Price is Right game show. There are mice that look similar. Talking about your kitties. And then Lainey says, so what kind of office job did you have or do you have? I used to work in a medical billing. What's a medical company? I don't know who that's directed at. And then Jean says, I've been a prospective joy 3 times. Oh, jury.
Juror, shrimp juror.
Yeah, sorry. And they never picked me because I'm a court reporter but I know attorneys that have served as jurors. All right, now we're caught up.
I swear, if I ever get picked, I'm just gonna go in there and tell them I'm not capable of being impartial.
That's probably what I would say. I'm not.
I don't think I'm capable of being impartial.
No, I've always wanted to be on a jury.
I
And
used to want to.
no, 3 times I was getting ready to go and actually be pulled in, and then they settled the case. I was so upset all 3.
Aw,
I'm like, come on, I was so close. And then the last time I was actually called for jury duty, I couldn't, I had to get excused because it was during cancer treatment, so they wouldn't let me go. So I was very upset. I was like, but I want to go. So I've always wanted to be on a jury.
The last time my name got called or pulled was it was during the pandemic. And it was like, check with us the day before and we'll let you know if we still need you. It was more grand jury, not the actual like a specific trial or specific case. It was grand jury duty. And both times, like I would call the day before and they're like, we don't need you. Now, then I would have did it because I was just sitting around not doing anything. So I was actually, I would have did it then because my I couldn't do my real life at that time. So, but now, absolutely not.
No.
Because if I sit in the jury box and crochet, I feel like they're gonna have a problem with that.
You're not allowed to while there. You can do it on your breaks, but not. Yeah.
I'm gonna be
And-
falling asleep. I know me. Like every time we have like, thankfully we don't have in-person meetings at work anymore. But when we used to have them, like I used to fight for my life to stay awake.
Andrea says, I am on call for the next 3 months for federal jury duty. Both sides ask you questions and they have the opportunity to exclude you or include you. Once you get summoned, you go through the selection process. And then she says she's hearing impaired and they said they have very good headsets that will work with hearing aids. Happy says they won't let you bring scissors for sure. Laney says he already told me. And then Mona says, laugh out loud. Talk about yourself in third person. Laugh out loud. Oh,
That's why the Susan Bates hooks that have the interchangeable little slicer in there that doesn't come out are very good because mine went through. They let
I'm
it.
just thinking something like this would work.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it looks like a pendant. They wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell it from jewelry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Right.
this is all these little notches are like a little razor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's essentially what the Susan Bate hook is too. It has just the little notch in there with the little razor that cuts it.
Yeah, this one's like pretty. You could definitely
Yeah, it's
get
great.
away with this as a like necklace pendant. Handy dandy stuff.
I haven't had
Laney,
to fly for a while, but I'm thinking when I
questions,
do,
that's
I need
why
something I can bring for scissors.
Mm,
And I'm thinking something like that would work.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Or nail clipper.
I've heard people using like dental floss containers
Huh.
because they
That
have a
is
little
great
they have a
idea.
little like
they do.
What a great idea.
and you might need dental floss when you're traveling anyway, so you don't have like an extra item to bring.
That's so creative.
Lady says, I've already asked the questions. That's why she already answered them. She said she worked at Wells Fargo. Oh, okay. So that was answered to something else. Okay. Then Happy says, oh, that's funny, Mona. And then Happy says, yeah, don't tell him.
My attention is all over the place on this blanket. All over the place.
But it's looking really pretty.
Yeah, I love the colors.
Yeah, it's looking good. How many rows do you have on that one now?
I don't know. Let's see.
That looks wonderful. I love how you're doing the colors like that.
Oh yeah.
Looks like almost probably like 54 rows, something like that I have done, maybe something like that.
And yeah, you can make your progress with it.
Yeah, but I literally the last time I touched this blanket was when I think we sewed together in October.
Yeah.
Because after that I started doing Christmas projects.
Yep. Yep. She's doing the sweet pea and I'm doing the spring frost. This is from the Attic 24 patterns. Yeah, I know you put it aside because you were doing other things.
I just did a massive yarn haul and bought a bunch of yarn that I don't need but desperately wanted.
Where did you find it at?
All over. But I
Oh.
purchased 41 skeins of yarn.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm jealous.
That makes two of us.
Once a year I get like a little bonus from my job. And so I always take some part of it and do something that I want that's just for me, not for my family, not for my kids, not for the house, just for me. And this year it was the yarn.
That is definitely, yes, you deserve that.
And I put a little bit aside that I'm going to take to QuiltCon. I'm only taking well, not only, but I'm taking $250 cash. I'm leaving all my cards at home.
Hey, that's to keep yourself from spending more money. Are you
Because the
gonna
last time I was at QuiltCon, I ended up with a sewing machine.
Wow. So I don't think this is a concept that, well, maybe Katie, you are aware of, or like, because I think it's in Denmark. We have a system with all our like soda cans, beer cans, like cans and bottles, plastic and aluminum that like when we buy a bottle or a can, there's a little like extra fee added on top of it. And then when we return them for recycling, we get that money back.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah, I figured you'd have something like that because I'm pretty sure Denmark has it. And yeah.
Yep, it adds
So
up
I
every
had
week.
a bunch of cans left. I've just been saving them because I haven't been able to like really take them to the store. Or when I've had time to do it, I just totally forgot about it. And it's a little bit per can. It's not a lot at all. So I had, well, I don't know how many cans, but it's usually like, is it 10 cents?
I don't know what yours is, but mine is for every time we buy one, it's 2 kroners.
Yeah, yeah, we have like 10 cents or 20 cents per can, or like big bottles are more. But I had about $40 worth of cans
Nice.
saved up because that's like when I finally got it turned in, I was like, yeah, that's a good amount.
Yeah, that's
And
not bad at all.
exactly. So I was like, well, I don't have a toaster. Let's go get a toaster because I got a freezer box for my birthday. So now I can finally get a little bit more in, freezer storage. So like now I can have bread. Because a big loaf of bread, it takes a lot of space and I didn't have space for that. So it's like now I can have bread in the freezer. But then I need a toaster because I didn't have a toaster because when I separated, it was his, so I didn't have one. But now it's like, let's take this little extra money and let's get a toaster. And now I can, yeah. So I spoiled myself with that, not yarn.
That's awesome.
It definitely is. Because it's really convenient to be able to take a slice of bread out the freezer, pop it in the toaster, and you're good to go.
Exactly. And also like you can just buy it and then you have bread for whatever.
Yeah, the next thing that I'm waiting to spoil myself on is an air fryer. I've been wanting one for a while.
I love mine.
I can't decide on whether I want the thing is I mentioned it to Nikolai, and you know what he says? He says, it's just one more appliance. You use it once and then you won't use it again. And he does have a point.
My
I-
kids mostly
Daniel
use the air
says
fryer.
the same thing, but I actually think I would use the air fryer as opposed to all the other stuff.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, you know how I gripe about it? I'm always, when I'm by myself, I have a hard time making food because I don't want to turn the oven on because I love cooking in the oven. But
Th-
it's a lot of times it doesn't make sense to burn the electricity for it because I'm just one person. And I would love to see how a whole chicken would come out in a fryer anyway. I think it would be cool.
My oven sucks. It takes longer to heat up the oven than to put something in the air fryer, cook it, and eat it, and then my oven has warmed up.
That's facts. When you're making
Yeah,
a baked potato,
Yep.
screw the oven. Pop that
Yeah,
sucker
yeah.
in the air fryer. It's like, and for
I do
reheating, it's
everything in
really
the
good
air
for
fryer.
reheating, like
Yes.
pizza and like
Mhm.
stuff like that.
I would
Nice.
have to do some convincing to get him to say yes to it, I think.
Just tell him that Andy's getting one. So you need one so that we can practice recipes together.
I found a good one for $40 at
Right.
Walmart.
They're not cheap here.
Oh, okay.
Run
Gotcha.
anywhere between 1,200 kroners to, I saw one that was 2,500 Danish kroners, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh,
What
they're
would that
more
be in
expensive
US
than that.
dollars?
Hang on.
What's 1,200?
I have to ask that.
Well, that's about 120.
Oh, that's pricey.
Yeah, that is.
And
I was
if
gonna
it's
say they're like
500,
20
that's
to
even worse.
50
Yeah,
here.
like
Yeah,
$300.
I wouldn't have one if I had to pay that. But
Yeah, so
you get health care, we get cheap goods.
Yeah.
so it's but in Danish kroners, it's like I find it pricey, but would I use it on a regular basis? Now, someone's been trying to talk me into buying an Instapot, and I'm like, I don't even know why I would need one of those because I have a crock pot. So
I love
spending
my
money on the
pot.
Instapot just does make no sense to me.
If you have no use for a pressure cooker, then you don't need an Instant Pot because
Well, I
that's
could
all
buy
it is.
Yeah, I could buy a pressure cooker pot for that matter.
Yeah, and an Instant Pot, it's nice. I use it for there's specific things that I use it for. So like if I want to make like a roast, like I got my Instant Pot because I didn't have like hours to cook sometimes.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't have time in the morning to try to set up a crock pot. But with the Instant Pot, I could get home from work and still put like a roast beef on the table for dinner because I could cook it
In an hour.
in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
See, with me, I love the even though you have to take. I don't see how there's a difference between loading a crock pot and loading an Instant Pot. It's going to take the same amount of time, I would think.
No, an Instant
What
Pot
I
is a
love what I love about a crock pot is it will smell up the whole house, which is heavenly.
the
Also
Instant
the
Pot will
Instant
only
Pot.
smell once you vent it, that's when you'll get it.
Yeah, see, you get to smell it all day while it's slow cooking, and that's what I love about it.
Just like the convenience of the Instant Pot.
Yeah.
But the only reason I got mine is because my sister passed and I got hers. I didn't go out and,
Yeah, and they
Condolences,
sell
Andi.
Instant Pots. I just can't bring myself to. I can see myself having a fryer, but I can't see myself having an Instant Pot
I
because
don't
have
fry
a crock pot.
anything.
And because I have a crock pot and I love my crock pot. Do you know how hard it was for me to even find one on this side of the pot? I spent 5 years looking for one. And when I finally got it, I bought that bad boy because I missed having one.
So I
Right.
have a little I don't know if you think about it in that aspect, but you were talking about like only cooking for yourself. The air fryer is great for that, just like small meals for yourself or reheating.
Pop
But
a piece
I
of
have
cinnamon in
never,
there.
yeah, I have never had as good, I don't have a deep fryer. I've never had a deep fryer. And usually I do like French fries and stuff. I do that in the oven, right?
Yeah, I don't
But
like
since
French
I got
fries
the air
in the oven.
fryer,
Gross.
I do everything in there and it just gets perfect every time. If I, you know, bake broccoli or French fries or anything, it's like so much healthier. You don't have to have any like cooking oil or
Yeah,
grease or anything. So you have the health aspect and you know, to
And I
some
think
that might be important.
yeah, and I think that might be an aspect worth looking into because, I mean, I don't fry chicken often. I mean, we might have an actual fried chicken, Southern fried chicken. I might do it maybe twice a year at the most. But there's a lot of times when it would be cool to do a whole chicken like that in a type of, an air fryer like y'all are talking about. Because there's something else I miss about the States is I miss rotisserie chicken. But
Mm.
finding a rotisserie array to put in your oven is just not.
You can do the whole chicken in the crock pot.
Oh, I know, but I don't. I like the crispy skin. I mean,
And
I mean,
you
we
could
do
pop
it
it
in.
in, you could pop it under the broiler for 5 minutes when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I do it in the crock pot sometimes, but a lot of time I tend to put a whole chicken in the oven more often than I do the crock pot. The crock pot, if I'm going to cook it in a crock pot, we're going to turn it into soup. Is what we're going to do with it. Laura says mine is actually a dual temp, so I can do meat in one side and veggies in the other at the same time. Wow.
Yeah, there's the ninjas. They got two different
Yeah, they sell a Ninja in the store. That Ninja one's expensive.
I don't cook in my air fryer. I just reheat in it.
I
Like, I
do
don't
everything in my air fryer, like
See,
French
I have
fries,
mine.
chicken nuggets, meatballs, lasagna. Like I do everything in there.
Joyce
I
says
do
I use
not.
my fryer all the time. Laura said she was gifted with an Instapot about 5 years and she hasn't taken it out of the box. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing with me with microwaves. I don't cook in a microwave, but I use it to warm food up with it.
Right.
That's
The air
almost
fryer is
as
better
good.
for warming than the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really all I use my air fryer for. Except for potatoes. I cook potatoes in there. Can't beat it for potatoes.
Does it do a good job of roasting potatoes in the air fryer?
Yes,
I made some the
very.
other day, like where you cut them up, kind of cube them up or whatever, and then season them up and pop them in there. That kind of roasted potatoes.
Yeah,
Or
where
the
you
whole
cut them
potato.
up in squares and season them
Yeah.
up and then yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yep.
about.
I do put oil on mine though. If it's a potato, I'm putting some olive oil on there.
Put butter on it.
I'll tell you this much. Since I moved to this apartment, I've lived here for a year and a half. I got my air fryer about a year ago, and the only time I use my oven is when I have to do things in big batches, like bread. If I make a bunch of buns or like if I do cinnamon buns, because that's a lot, right? And the air fryer is not very big. But if I'm doing anything else, it goes in my air fryer. The only time I've used the oven in a year is when I do things that just takes space. Everything else I've done in the air fryer. And I don't like there's things that I'd normally just pan sear. Like meatballs, I'd usually put them in the pan and just fry them up. I toss them in the air fryer for 8 minutes and then they're good. Like nuggets, fish sticks, like everything. It just goes in the air fryer.
I don't eat that kind of stuff though. Like, well, I still have to cook for I still have to cook for the family. So I think that's why I don't get to just cook for myself. So like I can't make a batch big enough. So I think I still, and I think there's like a learning curve. I think I've just used to cooking on a stove.
Yeah.
And
I
so
love it's like
it's just
rice. We have a rice pot in this house. Do I use the rice pot? No, I love doing my rice on the stove.
oh no, I use my rice cooker.
Yeah, and everybody else will. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Why didn't you do it in a rice pot?" Because I don't like doing it in a rice pot.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, it was on the stove.
I was taught by my Japanese mother-in-law how to do it on the stove, and I have done it that way for the last 40 years.
I could not cook rice on the stove. I used to struggle with it. And someone gave me my first rice cooker probably back in like 2010. And I have never looked back.
Yeah, some people like it.
I
want to
love
hear
my
you
rice cooker.
use it.
I don't know how to use them.
It's the easiest thing on earth.
Yeah, they're easy.
It's
I like
easier than
mine
the air
too.
fryer. It is so easy.
Now, I didn't know you could cook rice in a fryer. That's
You
it.
can cook well, I never cooked rice in an air fryer, but
You can.
that I don't know how to do. I know you can cook it in the Instant Pot, but I haven't done that either.
Something else that I found very interesting. You can boil eggs in the air fryer. I don't eat eggs, but you can boil eggs. You just put regular eggs, put them in there for I think it is 12 minutes or something normally, and then you get like just let them cool down and eat them like you normally would.
Chaunda?
Yeah, I got one of those too. I got an egg cooker. I love that thing too. I don't really like single-use devices, but my egg cooker and my rice cooker are non-negotiable.
Have you ever tried to make them in the air fryer though?
No, I didn't even know that was possible. Now I'm gonna have to try it.
Because something that you should never do is microwave eggs. They
Oh,
explode.
yeah.
No.
But in the air
No.
fryer, it does
I
work.
want them to blow up. I mean,
I cook the eggs for hard-boiled eggs. I make them in the Instant Pot.
oh wow.
Yeah, I made the mistake of because I eat hard-boiled eggs all the time. And what I used to do, I stopped doing it now. I use hot water now. But what
Hi,
I used to do
Felicia.
when I needed to heat the eggs up, I would just put the eggs in warm water and pop it in the microwave. And so as the water would heat, the egg would heat. You just had to watch it. Well, I wasn't paying attention one day, and it was just exploded egg everywhere on the inside of my microwave. Like in every nook, cranny, and crevice was egg. It was gross. So
It
disgusting.
was gross. Sounds gross.
Everywhere. Took me like an hour and a half to get all the little bits of egg from everywhere.
I bet you didn't do that again.
No. No. Now I just use warm water from the tap, or I'll just heat the water up separately and pour the warm water over the egg.
Yeah.
I don't put it in the microwave anymore. I learned my lesson.
Um,
I always start mine in cold
where
water.
are you on time?
Say, Katie?
Well, I'm gonna ask Amanda the same time. Where are you two on time as far as the live? Because we're in a few minutes we'll be 2 hours in.
Well, I am fine today. It's all good.
Because Shaunda, I know you haven't had dinner, right?
No, you know I got snacks over here, Katie.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I got some cheese and
Sort of
some
like a head
berries.
over behind you kind of deal, you know?
Especially when I'm that's why I don't have a camera on myself, so I can keep sneaking snacks.
Not for everybody. Wait a minute. Let me see those. Those look good.
What? Oh yeah, no. The berries actually really are good. I had them went to Sam's Club yesterday and got a bunch of berries.
Yeah, it's only 20 minutes past midnight here. It's all fine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew we were almost 2 hours in.
I will just eat chocolate then.
I'm thinking about going get me a chocolate ice cream.
I got some chocolate too.
Chocolate. It's sugar free though, but it counts. Little some Russell Stovers.
Yes, it counts.
Laura says her sister does her hard-boiled eggs in the Instapot.
Yeah,
I
Yep,
got
they-
some fancy chocolate for my birthday. I got this chocolate box here,
Oh, that looks good.
All those here.
and I have had some of them. My favorite, only 2 of them, so I'm saving them for last. They're coffee.
Do they have like a hazelnut one?
Well, there's this one is some type of cream, chocolate cream, coffee and cream, marzipan. I don't like those.
I don't like the marzipan either.
And then the one hiding here in the corner is yeah, that's a hazelnut nougat.
I think I had that one once, like free at a hotel.
Yeah.
Like it was like candy left at a hotel. They were so good.
Dark
good.
mousse, milk praline cream, dark cream, and hazelnut. What is it called? Hazelnut noisette. I don't know. I don't know what
Nougat?
Yeah,
that
I
is.
enjoyed Sherry's live today too. I didn't talk much, but I was there watching.
So I have some chocolates in case I
Look
need.
good. I know those are good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the chocolate, these ones with coffee cream. These are my favorite chocolate of all time. Cause like
Dark chocolate
coffee,
mousse sounds great.
yeah, but this is coffee.
I
I
love
love
coffee
this.
and
Yeah.
chocolate. It's my favorite.
And see, it has this, well, it's not milk, it's not white chocolate, it's like some type of milk, whatever. But this is the only coffee chocolate that I found that I really, really love. And I'm so bummed that it's like I have to buy one of those full packet to get like 2 pieces. So I'm just happy that I got one of these boxes now because it's like, yeah, it's been a while since I had that awesome one.
Aw,
So I'm saving those for last.
yes.
That's a great gift right there.
While I'm thinking about it, you guys, I had got an email from someone asking me to make a video of my mandala behind me. So you guys have got to go and watch my little short.
Oh, okay.
Not right now, but later. Because, yeah, go watch. I'm going to
I
share the
watched
link,
it.
although.
I watched it earlier.
Yeah, because someone emailed me and said, "Can you please do a video so we can see it up close?" And I, there's been a couple times where I thought about doing it, but then I forget all about it and not do it. You know what I mean?
Right. The 5-5-5 rule, you change your husband on the technique. That's funny.
But I'll share the link for those that hadn't seen it. Usually I don't even bother to say anything about my videos, but this one you should go watch because it's crocheting
Yes.
and it's of the thing behind me. I don't know. I guess I never thought about, maybe someone to see it up because a couple times during a live I've actually showed it up close, but I couldn't tell you which live that was in because, that was like a long time ago.
Oh, I'm sure.
I trained my husband on the technique too. Katie, did you see my baby blanket and dress? You posted it. Where did you post it, Felicia? You have to refresh my memory because I see a lot of things. Hi, Jen. Did you post it in the Greenland Quilter group? Because if you did, then yes, I saw it. It was pretty, I think. Hang on. Better go look. My being sick has kind of made my brain mushy.
Katie, don't forget your poll later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that poll in a minute.
Does it look Shreky?
Becky?
It's just
Wow.
cute.
Very cute.
I was like, it kind of looks it. I tried to make it more rounded.
Where did she post it at? I don't see it. I'm over in the Greenland Quilter channel and I don't, or group, and I don't see it. So maybe she posted it on the Greenland Quilter community tab. Where did you post it at? She posted it on Facebook. Oh, I bet it needs me to approve posting it. Oops. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of that now, which means there's some or not. Sometimes this Facebook is so weird. reload it. Media.
I don't know if you guys were hearing that banging. Everybody's trash cans are blowing over because the wind is so crazy.
No, we can't hear it. She said dress and what else?
Baby blanket.
Baby blanket. That's not it. Okay, so why can't I see it? I really hope the bot didn't do what I think it did. Okay, let me go see what's going on here because she should be here and I don't see it. Oh, wait. No, that's Rachel's. I'm looking for Felicia's.
She says she thought she put it on the Facebook page, the Greenland Quilt Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. According to this, you haven't posted anything. Huh. So maybe something happened during the upload process. Can you repost it for me, please? If you don't mind. Because it doesn't look like it's here. I just did a search and it's not even showing that you've posted anything on here actually, which is kind of weird because I thought you had. Let me know when you reposted it, okay?
Am I the only one that's been stuck watching the Olympics, or have you guys enjoyed any Olympics?
I've watched some of the figure skating after the fact. And I've tried to find the biathlon for the two Greenlanders, but I haven't been able to find them on YouTube at all,
Watch
I
quite a
think
bit
I've
of
watched this curling.
which is really strange.
Well, the biathlon with the Greenland, that was like one of the earlier ones. So I'm not sure if it's anything on YouTube, but I saw that one.
Yeah, I know that the brother is going further, I guess in a day or so. He qualified for something. An additional thing besides what they already qualified for. But I wanted to watch it because, you know, both of them are doing it. And it's a first time I think Greenlandic young people's been able to participate in the Olympics, as far as the Winter Olympics, that is. Because I
Well,
think
you'd think that Greenland has, well, maybe you don't have that many people living there, but winter sports feels like that would be a Greenlandic thing, you know, because you have some
yeah,
advantage.
it's not about the population, it's about money.
Yeah. But I mean, like with skis, you only need a set of skis, and then you just, you know,
I mean,
get
because
yourself out in
yeah,
the
they
snow.
practice. But this year, Nuke has run into a problem, and so has Sissy Moot. So a lot, they have what they call a mountain where they do a lot of ski sports on.
Mm-hmm.
So training on, and there's not been enough snow. They've had to
Yeah.
shut it down, and it's the same problem in Sissy Moot. They haven't had enough snow. right now we have no snow, and they were going to set up a side of the mountain so that they could start letting kids learn how to do snowboarding so they could participate in the Winter Olympics. You can't protect you can't compete in snowboarding if you have no snow to learn how to snowboard on,
Very true.
because we have no snow. It's
Huh.
changed that much here in Greenland. And the whole, I read a scientific report the other day, and it was talking about, it was 2 days ago, I think. Greenland hit a record this year of breaking 100-year record of having the warmest temperatures in February that dates back 100 years ago. We broke the record of being too warm for too long.
That's crazy.
Yep. And that's why we have no snow. And so I have a sinking feeling that the ice cap is going to be in trouble this summer because it has no blanket of snow to protect it from the sun.
Something that I felt was really interesting to see, because we know Norway is a big, they have a lot of participants. They have too many people. They have the luxury problem of having too many people and not enough spots to send. Sweden does have a couple of sports with the same problem, but I've seen more and more Norwegian people participating for other countries. So for the first time ever, I think it was Brazil that got a gold medal in one of the ski sports. Because, well, guess what? There was a Norwegian person that had dual citizenship because of whatever parent was from Brazil. So Brazil got a gold medal in a Winter Olympics. That turned into a big thing. And it's kind of fun, actually.
Norway in the lead right now with gold medal, or with the most medal count right now?
I bet it's Norway. It's always Norway.
I think it's Norway's first. The United
China and the
States,
US is high up.
the US is like number 3, but I'm trying to remember who's in number 2 position.
Italy is also high up because
it's Norway, Italy, United States, and then Japan's up underneath that.
No, Norway, Italy, US, and the Netherlands.
Oh, the
Sweden
Netherlands.
is
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweden
speed
is
skating
currently
is happening right now.
yeah, well, Sweden is currently on 8th.
Yeah.
Speaking of my favorite hockey player
Uh-oh.
is skating for Sweden,
Oh, really now?
Oh.
Landeskog.
Oh, he's Swedish, so
I know. Favorite. But
of course
he
Landeskog is back home. Well, he's not at
I
home.
know.
They're in Italy, but
Yes, but he's my favorite. But Forsberg was also my favorite before him, so there you go.
so question. Do you like them because of their play style, or is it because it's eye candy?
Well, obviously, because they are eye candy and they do very well. And they have the best eyes. You know, they don't call it the Manquarium for nothing.
It is so interesting to hear all these like Swedish last names in hockey being pronounced differently, because that's Landeskog or
Yes.
Forsberg. That's what they're like, the Swedish pronunciation.
Yes.
Burning Couch says that's some quilting, hell yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's funny in Colorado, we all call him Landy.
Oh, that makes sense though. That's, you can pronounce that without making it sound too odd.
Yes. But it's funny, yeah, I think we have 5 or 6 Avs players across 3, 4 teams. My gosh.
So
So
this is the first Olympics in a while where the NHL players are allowed to participate. And I'm feeling it's a little bit of I'm not sure that's a good thing for Sweden this year. Because one of the things that has been a big, Sweden has been very good and consistent with the Swedish team because they're so used to playing with each other. And the NHL players, you have a different size of the hockey rink. It's a much smaller one than what we have over here. So I think like the team they've been playing so much together in the setup that we had that they were like they worked well together. And now when all the NHL players are thrown into the mix, there's a little bit of a learning curve to like get to know each other because these guys don't play together or against each other normally. And I'm not sure like what teams are like benefiting from this and is like a maybe a little bit of a downfall. Like I feel Sweden is not as well, they're not playing as well together yet. I think they need a couple of more matches together to like get a better feel for each other. So I'm not really sure I like the fact that the NHL players are back
I
because
want to
it
know
feels like
why the
Sweden's not as good.
I want to know is why the NHL got to be in the Olympics when they're a professional team to start with.
Well, they do
Like
the
the
same thing
NBA.
for they do the same thing for the NBA. NBA gets to play. They do the same thing for, soccer. The professional soccer players get to play. They do it for all of them.
The thing is that NHL in their contracts, they have first dibs. So if it's in the middle of the NHL season, they just don't want to have their good players to go to do other things.
Yeah,
But
but
And the
all of
reason
these,
why they didn't get to do last time is because they were on strike.
well, I'm not really sure what it like because it's been a couple of years since we saw NHL players in the Olympics, but that's just because of their contracts that
Yeah.
they're like they haven't been allowed to participate for their own countries. But they are a part of like a lot of them are a part of their national teams, even though they're like yeah. There's so many people playing in the NHL that is not like that is from other countries.
Yeah. Well, and now they're adding flag football to the Summer Olympics, which means the football players are going to be in there. So it's just weird. I don't know.
I think that because to me, the Olympics is not made up of professional money making people. They're they're people who have worked hard to get there
Well, I
without.
mean, but if you think about it, any sport you go to, whether it's, your volleyball teams or your, like I said, your soccer teams, all that, most of those people are the ones who are playing in the Olympics.
Like if you look at hockey, because that's what we're talking about, NHL is what you have in the US.
Yes,
Sweden has its own hockey league. We
exactly.
have the same system here. There's a bunch of divisions of different levels of hockey here. Like every city here has its own team. And NHL, like the people that is at least from Sweden that is playing in the NHL, they're drafted from these teams in Sweden. Like they got to there because they were good here, and then they got snatched over with the international contracts. They
Yeah,
could
we're
have just as
mixed with
well been
Canada.
playing for whatever city or whatever team they were in here.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make more of the sports more international. But from as far as I know, most countries pretty much have their own setup for certain sports.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
kind of like how we have our sports set up, from what I understood.
Well, you guys have your national stuff. We have, well, you got your, Super Bowl and whatnot, because you got your stuff over there, but we have, well, there's the world championships in a lot of different sports. We also have European championships. We have national championships. We have Nordic championships with the Nordic countries. I bet there's stuff in Asia, like China Cups or whatever. Like I have no idea. But national stuff or like regions, because Europe has a lot of sports. Europe has their own like European championships.
Right.
Oh, I see. What the world is this? Um. Oh, hang on a minute, Felicia.
Hi,
This was
Dubravka.
Okay, you guys, and we'll share the screen because Felicia has made a dress, crochet dress.
Oh, I want to see.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta share this screen as soon as I can. There you are.
I'm gonna try to use the knitting loom to make some bell-bottom-ish flare pants. I'm gonna do. I figured it'd be easy.
I am not brave enough to try pants.
I was like, I could just keep because I have the 48 pin, so I figured it would fit around my legs. So I could just take a whole skein and make a leg. And then, at the bottom, I'll just make it a little bit bigger and add a little flare, maybe a little lacy type looking thing. And then at the top, I'll
work.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know when you see this on the YouTube page, not the Zoom page. Because we see it immediately
Okay, it's on YouTube.
You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, this is by Felicia. She crocheted this cute little dress.
Very cute.
It's adorable.
That is very pretty. And she also looks like she made a hat. Yeah, no blanket. Here's the blanket to go with it. Wow. That's pretty.
They're
Nice.
kind of a matching set, right? It looks very similar in the stitch pattern.
Yeah, definitely. Why won't I?
Making a baby blanket, but I don't think I like how it's coming out. I don't think I like the yarn, but it is what it is now because I'm too far in.
I have done that blanket pattern, but in a totally different color scheme.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that is nice.
Oh, that is pretty. Is that shell stitch? I can't tell.
That's what I'm wondering
Where's my
because that's
glasses?
gorgeous.
It's a type of shell stitches, and it looks like it's back posts to make that little pop.
Yeah, it's like it has this little.
Unless she worked it from the inside, then it's front posts. But yeah, it's post stitches.
Yeah, Felicia, tell us what the stitch is in the channel.
It makes it look so lacy. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, it's pretty.
Well,
All right, let's go blow up
I have this one we could look at. It's kind of similar. These little ridges here to like
There you go.
Okay, here's the stitches for the blanket.
Yeah, that's a different type of shell.
Right.
There we go. So now you can see it up close on both of them. That's beautiful, Felicia. You've done a good job. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, it looks so delicate.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's a similar thing where you get post stitches to make, you get these like ridges with post stitches to make that like extra pop.
Right.
She says it's shell and front post stitches.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, so she worked it from the inside. She flipped it working from the back, and that makes the ridges on the outside.
I'm trying to practice recognizing my stitches because I've been doing 4 stitches for so long. I'm losing my knowledge.
I do
asking me about stitches, and I'm like, wait, what? I gotta learn my stitches again.
Okay, I want to talk about this poll because if I don't, I'll forget about it. We have 43 votes, and I'm going to be reading something to you in just a minute too. Okay, so what does dactylian mean? 28% voted for toe, 12% voted for heel, 49% voted for tip of the middle finger, and 12% voted for wrist. Now, the reason I chose this word because there is a palm tree called a Phoenix dactylifera. And I'm going to explain why this is so fascinating because I guess the answer based on the fact that I know what a dactylifera is. And for those of you who don't know what a Phoenix dactylifera is, it is a date palm. You can buy dates in any store. So, if you wanted to find out what the meaning of dactylifera is, The species name Dactylifera has a specific meaning, which means finger bearing. It is derived from a combination of Greek and Latin. Greek dactylus means finger, which refers to the elongated finger-like shape of the date fruit. Latin fera means bearing or carrying all. So when you see this word dacty for dactylian, you know it's talking about a finger. And so that was the only choice there, tip of a finger. So that's where that came from. So I thought I would educate you on that one. So the answer is tip of the middle finger.
I told Katie, I guessed that due to the fact that it was so specific. All the other ones was just like, okay, it's a body part, and that was like the tip of the finger, or like it's like, yeah, this is too specific. It's got to be that because it was so weird.
I figured it meant something about flipping somebody off, so that's why I chose it.
I
was
had
like,
no
"That's
idea what that
very
one was.
practicey."
It's just that I thought it was so amusing. I'm like, I know the answer to that only because the dactylifera part of it talks about the fruit looking like fingers on because it's on stems. And if you're not a horticulturist person, you wouldn't have known that to start with. Because one of the things that when I was doing the landscape courses, and I got golf course students dumped on my lap because they were failing woody plants class, is I had to teach them how to associate parts of like dactylifera. You know, when you look at a Phoenix dactylifera palm, you know it's a date palm. But to remember the Latin name, if you remember dacty means fingers because it's the dates on them, then it's not hard to learn Phoenix dactylifera because the Phoenix family is huge. You have the Phoenix canariensis, which that one is, it looks to tell the difference between a date palm and a regular canariensis. The canariensis has this really yellow, really bright green to the fronds, and it's armed to the teeth along the petiole all the way to the base of the trunk. And the fruit on that one will be green and then it turns orange. But with the date palm's not armed at all along that petiole. So and then the fruit is elongated. And so by associating, they should have no problem remembering, oh, that's a canariensis, this one's a dactylifera. And the dactylifera fronds are a gray-blue color versus that bright yellow-green color you see on a canariensis.
I still feel like it might be a dinosaur.
Palm trees is one of my favorite trees because they're so fascinating.
Yeah, and I bet you don't see many of them over where you're at.
Well, there might be a palm tree in an office or something, but outside of that, nope. Because there is palms that can be grown indoors.
Yes.
But I haven't been able to get my hands on any, so I don't have one, unfortunately. They actually put plant for the first time in 3 years. We actually had live plants in the store this week.
Awesome.
And I came home with 3 little Hoyas.
Aww.
Can't keep plants alive.
Hmm?
I try.
What
but
was
I
that?
just cannot. I can't keep plants alive.
She
Yeah, I
killed
remember
her
she-
plants?
Yeah, any plant that there's only been one plant I've ever been able to keep alive, and it's one of those ones you can't kill. Forgot what it's called, but I can do, like if they're plants outside, like I've grown like tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers outdoors, and I can do that. But any plant in the house, it's dead in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's different. Don't worry about that then. If you can grow plants outside, then you're good.
Yeah, only outside though.
If it's in the house, then yeah, we don't count that.
That's music to my ears, Andy.
Yeah, that's about everybody who lives in the home. So it's not you.
Quiltanon says for crocheters, wrap the yarn under your dactylian. That's a good one, Quiltanon. I figured y'all would have fun with that word once you figured out what it meant.
Oh my gosh, it's like that one word from Amanda's live. Now I can't remember it. Or from Stacy's live, I mean. We had this one finger word. Now I can't remember it. I'm gonna have to look it up. We're gonna have all these finger words now.
Yeah. Teresa, how much more did you get done on yours?
That much.
Oh, well, you're coming along with it. Where are you going to put what? That is that going to be like the sides of it?
It's going to be the back of the pillow.
Part of it.
Yep. But it
I'm
sure
gonna
makes
Take
my
this
thumb
project to work
sore.
tomorrow.
Huh?
Makes my thumb sore.
Yeah, I figured you were having trouble with your hands. How's the weather over your way?
It's kind of cold, but we had a couple of inches of snow this morning. But it warmed up and it's almost all gone now. So
I saw something about California was getting swamped with snow.
yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
That they were concerned about something relating to that, but I can't remember what it was.
It's like it keeps skipping over Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado used to be famous for their snow.
Right?
Jean says it was obvious the coldest winter we've had in Orlando for a long, long time. There are dead brown plants many places you look. Yep. That's what happened in 1989 to the orange groves. That's why there's not so many orange trees anymore. They're gonna have to change their way of what they put more indigenous plants in areas to compensate for that kind of thing. Tropical plants were never meant to be where it's gonna freeze.
Right.
You know, the funniest thing happened one year here. I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago. I walked in the store. This is before we stopped getting plants. It was before the pandemic, actually. So it must have been 2018 or 2019. I walked in, and do you know what I saw in there they were selling coconut palms. And I'm
How are you going to
thinking,
grow those in Greenland?
well, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. And I'm thinking to myself, what were they thinking to send coconut palms that doesn't do well in any indoor situation, period, for people to, and the price that were on them was so crazy. I'm like, I'm not spending 1,000 kroners on a coconut palm I know will die within months of being in the house because they're not meant to be in that kind of environment.
No.
There's some palms that will grow indoors. There's some that will not, and that's one of them. And people bought them, and I couldn't believe it. And most likely it's because they didn't know any better.
True.
Because they won't even grow in a greenhouse environment unless in this extremely tall glass house that has the right kind of environmental things in place to grow it. Because like when I went to the New York City Botanical Garden, they have one of the only 18th century glass houses there, and it has ecosystems just like the one does in Denmark. And they had a sable palmetto palm in there, and I couldn't believe my eyes. There was fruit on that thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it was because they had fixed the environment in just the right way that they got it to produce fruit, which is very rare for a sable because most sables will not grow in a greenhouse. It has to be outside in the Florida, environment.
Yeah, that constant. That's actually kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah. Wait.
I am going to try to grow my lemon tree this year inside though, because every time
Denise, sorry.
oh, sorry.
Denise says, "Oh, that makes sense. Pterodactyls have fingers." So see, there's dactyl there.
That's why I went with toes, because I was
all
like,
words that use dacty in it.
that's why I went with toe. I was like, don't pterodactyls have 3 toes?
Elongate, yeah.
Wouldn't that be tridactyl?
Oh no. Don't
And
give
then-
me the lion. Latin's not my thing.
Yeah, Genevieve says, "I'm here for a long time listening, but I am cutting fabrics." And Quiltanon says, "I remember that." And Quiltanon says, "Frozen OJ on the trees." Yeah, and then they caught citrus canker and they had to set all of the stands on fire because that was the only way to stop the virus. And that's why when you go down the Florida Turnpike, there are no orange trees anymore because farmers went bankrupt. And that was in 1989 when that happened. We had 7 or 8 inches of snow on the ground in North Florida, and that cold air lasted. It was 3 days before Christmas and then another week afterwards. And South Florida got the bad end of it too because they had temperatures below freezing the whole time. And those smut pots they used to keep the frost off the trees just wasn't enough.
You said you called it what?
Hmm?
What to keep them off the tree? What was that word you said?
Is it smutty?
Smut pots.
That's what I thought you said. Okay.
Yeah, smut
It just
pots.
sounds like it should be something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're-
it sounds
they
dirty.
were smut
It does.
pots.
It sounds dirty.
It sounds dirty, Katie.
I'm like, did she say smut?
That's what I've always been told they were called. Smut
No,
pots.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I just heard you say the word smut and I was like, what?
They're like they're a heating source that they use that burns a type of fuel, and what it does is they're huge too, and they put them down in between the groves of the trees, but before they do it they run a rain bird over the trees to water them because water is like an insulation. And then they take these smut pots and they strategically put them throughout the orchard and they light them, and it creates a heat combined with the water that they had just soaked down everything with, and it creates a warm humidity type of thing. But when
Like a
Florida
smoke
got,
signal. That was a joke. Sorry, go ahead.
okay, but when Florida got hit by that freeze lasted several days. Normally a smut pot can take care of 1 or 2 nights, but not 2 weeks because they couldn't keep up because it runs out of the heating source that keeps it going or the fuel source, and they couldn't keep up with it, and so they lost just about all the trees that were up and down the Florida Turnpike because there was no way to they couldn't save them. They tried.
You say smut pot, it just sounds like it's another word for like a prostitute or something.
Oh, look where you went, girl.
Smut pot you.
Yeah,
That's what I was told as a kid. That's what they were called.
It probably is. I've never lived down there, so I know nothing about agriculture or growing or plants. So
we lived in the middle of 3,000 acres, and I remember seeing those smut pots during the winter months, and that's what the farmers called it when I was a kid. Now they may not be called that anymore now.
I will be Googling smut pot when we are done. I am curious.
I'm
My
just-
curiosity is piqued.
I'm just making like I'm not sure you want to Google that. There's certain words you just don't want to Google.
I'm not even find it anymore because it might be called something else now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
You
also
might
like-
come up with something you're
I
not.
might want to use incognito mode when I look that up.
Yeah, I was like, you don't want to have that as a little like in your search history. You might get weird suggestions.
Look at there, Karuna, which I'm not sure where Karuna is.
That is north of Sweden.
There's snow shower with temperatures of 3 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 16 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 0 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 89%. Nice.
Yeah, I was just curious to see what the weather is like up north here, because it's been a while since I checked that.
Dubrovka, I feel better than I did yesterday. Am I better? No. I mean, I feel better than I did yesterday, but I still have swelling on the side of my face. So we're not out of the woods yet, but I'm doing better.
Go. She's in the healing journey now.
Yeah. Antibiotics, you guys. And ibuprofen for the inflammation part of it. But I have to be careful with the ibuprofen because of my stomach.
Yes.
Denise says, no, it is a portable. Yeah, it's like a heater, but it uses a fuel source. I can't remember back then what the fuel source was, but it literally, you can see smoke coming off the pot.
Yeah, my joke was it's like sending up smoke signals.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny
I
earlier.
remember one time we could try to put this screening stuff over the top of the trees to try to help hold the heat in, and then they would get all windy and take them off the trees. You know, and because those trees were big that were down there where we were at. I mean, I could walk out in the front yard or walk out in the backyard or the side yard, either side of the yard or the backyard, and go pick an orange off the tree anytime I wanted to, you know?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, me too.
I've always wanted a lemon tree, and last year my lemon tree was getting there, and then I made the mistake of leaving it outside, and we had a hailstorm and it killed it.
Oh no.
So this year when I get my lemon tree, I'm leaving it inside.
The only thing I've ever had is a pear tree. I had rented a house once and there was a pear tree on the property. And so every year we used to collect the pears because the owner had.
Jen B says 0 Celsius here in Montreal. And Jen B says, I have subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, ladies, I'm going to go. Thanks for having me on, Katie. I appreciate it. It was good to see everybody.
Hey, do
Seeing
you
you again, Teresa Louise?
Do you want to work on that? Oh, before you leave, we have to. I will email you because we're going to do a private Zoom so we can talk about the project that we're going to do together.
Okay.
And also, do you want to us try to get our project done tomorrow or no?
Did you have other plans or?
No, I was going to go live around 10:30 my time, which would be 9, 8, 7:30 your time. Is that no 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is
4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 your time. Would you be up for that?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you the information. That way we can work on our little project that we didn't finish.
Sounds good.
Thank you for coming, Teresa.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Bye,
I'll see everybody next time.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And let me share Teresa's link while I'm thinking about it. If you haven't been over to her channel, the bot's going to share the. Uh-oh, I spelled it wrong, I think. I did spell it wrong. T-E-R-E-S-E-A. There we go. My God, I'm having trouble. Really? The bot needs to wake up. Oh, it's me that's the problem.
You're not the problem.
It's because I didn't spell her name right.
Uh-oh. Okay, maybe you are the
I
problem.
am the problem. Oh my, I spelled her name wrong. That's what the problem is. And the bot's like, I don't know that name. So if you haven't been to Teresa Louise's channel, the link has been posted in the chat. Y'all go over and visit her, subscribe to her, and watch some of her videos and like them and comment on them. You know, I have managed to put, this is the third row I've put on here. So I've made progress tonight.
That's
Might
good.
not look like it, but I have. Wait, no, I put 1, 2, 3, 4 rows on here tonight. Oh, wow.
More than you thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was at. I think I was at the yellow down here. Yeah, I was doing those when I started here. So that would be yeah, I've done like 4 rows-ish
Or seems to
today
be.
too.
Nice. Jen B says, who loves cutting fabric? She says, not her.
I actually
Dang.
love cutting fabric.
Yeah, I like cutting fabric too.
I love the sound. It's like cathartic.
Yep.
I like the sound. I don't like the anxiety.
Quiltanon
Getting
says,
cutting wrong.
yep. And Quiltanon says to Chaunda and or all of us, you're making me want to crochet an Afghan. And then Jen B says, do you starch or not? I don't starch because of my mom and because I can't get my hands on starch.
I
no
just I
animal.
I just spray lightly with some best press just to get the wrinkles out and just give the fabric a little bit of body. I only starch if I'm doing something that requires like little pieces. So like I did a project with 1.5-inch strips. So I starched pretty heavily, like the way Kimberly does on Fat Quarter Shop.
Yeah,
I
wonder
sprayed
why
everything and let it
has
dry so it'd be nice and crispy.
she starches in her bathroom, and I'm wondering, does she wear a mask while she's doing that?
Probably. Kimberly's pretty anal. I'd be shocked if she didn't.
Okay. What do you think? Does it look alien-esque?
It does a little bit.
The
It
tail.
almost looks like what you remember in the, oh my gosh, look at that.
For a second, I thought it looked like a Q*bert snout.
It looks almost like one of the, what's that creature? Poltergeist, not poltergeist.
You know what? I don't
from,
know
from
where
Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Slimer?
It does look like
Slimer?
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
I don't know where it's from, but there is a cartoon,
The
and I
snort?
don't know if it's a Swedish cartoon or wherever it's from, but it's like a little, well, think of like a ghost style head that has a nose like that.
Is it a snork?
Oh, a Snork.
Yeah, you remember the snorks?
Yeah, I do remember the Snorks. That was
Okay. Yes.
my generation there.
Right? Yes. Snorks.
Denise, it's because I don't work it enough. It would be way bigger if I would just sit down and crochet. It would
Okay,
have already been double the size if I'd have been sticking with it, but I've only been sewing it, or I've only been crocheting on the live with it. I need to take time. Maybe the next time I'm sitting in front of the TV, I'll do it. I have trouble in the bedroom because the lighting sucks. And when I get the dark color, I have a hard time seeing it. Pappy says, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming on in.
You know what, Katie? I think when I send you this scrap
Oh,
pack,
yes.
I'm gonna send you also a necklace.
And you need to make one of those in that green yarn. Yes.
I made
Yes.
it for somebody.
Is that a Snork or is that Q*bert?
Oh, it's Q*bert. I made
Yeah.
it cute. This little
You
girl.
need to make that with that yarn that you're using right now. That would be so cute.
Well,
That's
let
what
me-
I thought the little nozzle thing looked like. I thought it looked like a Q*bert
Oh my God.
nose.
What were you saying, Chaunda, a minute ago?
Sorry.
No, no, I was just saying when I send you that scrap pack, I'm gonna throw in a neck light.
Thank you.
But Andi, the size you're doing right now, that tail that you got right now, you should just duplicate that and then you make the rest of the body and whatever like a little bit bigger in the same green yarn. You already have the pattern in your hand, so just do it again and then yes.
I have something to show you guys.
I bet that people are gonna think that's cute for your shows, especially with that yarn.
This is
Awesome.
some fun yarn. I got this yarn to make pickles.
Caterpillar.
What? Caterpillar flex light. Caterpillar tote bag glass mat light board.
This is headed this way, and I did not buy it.
Uh-oh.
Someone has gifted this.
That is very nice.
Yeah, tell me about
You
it.
might have a light.
I don't know what that one light is, but yeah, I was wondering about that. But can you believe that?
Nice.
It got mailed today. Quiltanon says, I can see it in my mind. And Happy says, I'll see it later. They're all saying so cute. I don't know if that's the lightest part of the one. I've never had one, so I wouldn't know. Somebody has gifted me with something else too, I see. Denise says, I agree with you, Katie. I don't know. All I know is when I got an email telling me that that was going to happen, I'm like, oh, what? No way.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't really ask for it. Well, no, can't say that because I've asked Chaunda for her scraps. So I did ask her.
I don't think that counts.
I did tell her I wanted her scraps.
I'm trying to
Give me
see what
your
else I can
scraps.
round up.
She says she didn't want them, and I'm like, well, send them my way. I'll use them.
So, speaking of scraps, I was over here, you know how I told you I was gonna make a couple scrappy, or not scrappy, I was gonna make a couple horror style quilts. Okay.
Yeah.
So I decided instead of cutting down my horror scraps for making my cottons, I'm gonna make them scrappy style, and I'll just cut out the shape of the horror character, and I'll do it kind of like a piecing, and I'll just use up the whole piece and kind of just like make it like a scrappy one where I don't actually cut out shapes, and I can use the whole piece because I don't want to waste that fabric. That crap is expensive.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, when you get up to $15 a yard, you don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Gen V says, is the link working? Which link? Let me know what you're talking about, Gen V. Which link are you talking about? I didn't see a link. Which link are we talking about? The Rita one? It better be working because I fixed it the other darn day. Yeah, hers is working, so it's not that.
All right, I didn't put his nose on yet. There he is.
Oh.
Uh-oh, I just lost. Where'd my chat go?
What
feel
size
like
safety eyes are those, Andi?
these ones are 24. Wait, let me look at them. 18.
Okay.
I was like, those aren't 24. Those are 18. Yeah, I was gonna use my cat's eyes, but the only ones I had were I only had 6 left. like the 6mm eyes left, so I have to order more. So I decided to just use my black eyes because I wanted to use the big yarn. So that'll work.
Oh, your channel. You can't hang on, I'll have to share it because you're not a moderator. You can't. Well, wait. Jen,
Exclamation selfie.
just type this. Type exclamation selfie. Just like that. No space. Nothing else. Yeah. And then it'll share your channel. Andy, are those books behind you or movies? Says Jen. Hey,
Oh.
Jen.
I'm in my office slash media room. That's my book movie wall. I love it. Sorry, jumping around here.
No, it's okay. Okay. So, put an F in there, not a P, because they won't accept the P. Exclamation selfie. How you doing, Jen? I'm a book person, says Jen. Wanted to show you my budgies. Yeah, type exclamation selfie. Oh, hang on. I'll just go get your channel. Go to channel. She's a really, this channel's very young.
Oh, look at the budgies.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Let's post her link. Here's your link. Um, thank you for trying to catch up with me, laptop.
All right, which color next?
The little pinky one.
This one? The
Is
light
that
one?
variegated? Because the one in the middle looks like it's multicolor.
They're all variegated.
Because the darker pink or the
Oh,
reddish
that's a
one doesn't-
two-tone red? Oh, definitely the
doesn't-
red.
It doesn't look like it's multicolored.
It's earth and fire. It's a mystical, so it's multiple variation shades.
And we're still doing cats.
And Violet.
We're just making all cats.
And what was you had a baby pink and white.
This one is
I liked the pink.
kisses. Raspberry kisses.
I like that one more because the color variations are shown more, but I don't know, for a cat. The black and white one felt boring because that's a bit too obvious for a cat, and I bet you already have some.
A Pebble Beach. I know, I just grabbed a bunch of my blanket yarn. Oh, the other one I have
Jen is saying middle one. Genevieve says Simon and Violet. So someone asked the names.
the names.
Hi, Jess. Welcome, welcome. Did I miss him? And then Jen also said, Katie, I saw Becca say that the light board plugs into your computer to charge. Okay, that's great information. And Jen says, you will have to tell us how it works. Yes, indeedy, I will. Because I'm excited. And I really appreciate the gift. How did the windows? Oh, because someone left. Oh, look, there's Jason.
Cool. Thank you.
He's coming with another color. Do I see like tealy turquoise something something maybe? Emeraldy
Yeah.
maybe?
Sorry, my cat is just hanging out here. don't know if you guys met my cat.
Your cat's cute.
Is that no? Now
That's
it looks
Teal
more blue
Dreams.
than teal.
Yes. This is Cinder.
Hi, Cinder.
I like that one with the bluey green tones.
And that
Yeah, me
bluey green
too.
one's pretty too.
Yeah, I love that one, but I'm not sure for a cat.
Why not?
And that was pretty too,
Now
though.
the other one.
This one's Fluorite, and then this one is Ocean Shades.
Yeah, the green one. You know what that tells me that it wants to be? The greeny blue one?
What? This
A
one?
jellyfish.
Yeah, I've made jellyfish out of this one and Mothman.
And octopi. Octopuses.
Yes. But you wouldn't want a cat out of this one?
Well, it doesn't scream cat, but you can definitely make a cat out of it.
You're
I
funny.
think any of them she makes is gonna look super cute,
one.
regardless of the color.
That definitely feels more of a cat to me. Is there a little purple in there, or is it just a light? Like a
There's
little
like a
bit.
dark purple and then like a lighter, like paler blue purple.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like fluorite almost. So you can see like the
I like that one better
yeah.
for a cat.
So blue. So either one of the blues for me.
Okay, we'll do this one.
I think that's gonna look fun.
Probably make one out of each one, so I'll end up using them all. You never know.
And I'm gonna be a pain in the butt and tell you I want a tuxedo one like you already made. And
Okay.
I'll pay you for it.
Okay, Katie. Oh wait, I might have a picture. Okay, I can show the picture.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say
Because it's super cute. Reminds me of having my tuxedo cat. His name was Merlin.
Merlin.
You know what he would do? He would go outside. He didn't have a box in the house because he didn't need one. Look, see, isn't that super cute?
Look at that. That's adorable.
Yeah,
was
I want one like that.
I was making it off of somebody's picture of their cat.
That's super cute.
That's a little chubby bunny.
Yeah. Should have known Chunka baby.
I'm just stuck on that bluish green color you got there. Like, what can you make out of that one that would be awesome? I'm just like, I don't know. I just love the color, so that one's just like.
Yes, I love this color. So I think I have 3 skeins of this left. So I want to make one of my massive jellyfish out of it. And then I made a Mothman, but then I think I'm going to make a dragon out of the other one. Because I have a dark blue, and then I have one of the ones that has the stripe through it. So it's like a black and white stripe, and I'm going to use that for the wings and the horn.
Have you done any seahorses?
I haven't made any sea creatures besides turtle,
Jellyfish and
jellyfish,
yeah.
and sharks in a long time, but I've made seahorses. It's just been years.
Because I have the seahorse that I made, but it's not like a really proper seahorse. It's a seahorse / unicorn.
A unihorse?
Yeah, but it also doesn't really look like that at the beginning.
A seahorn.
Yeah, like that maybe. Whenever Katie is ready to switch screens, I can show it.
Yeah, sorry. Hang on.
Oh, don't worry.
I just had to answer something. That's all.
Trying to get.
Yeah, me and my spotlight's not. Hang
So-
on.
So I have this.
Oh,
It's like a seahorse and a unicorn.
I was about to say, it looks like a unicorn.
Yeah, but also like while I was making it, before I got the little fin things on and this horn part, it kind of looked like an adult toy for those if you know, you know. But like, I've
see
had
that.
so many giggles with this magic wand over here. So
Yeah.
Or it kind of gives, searching for an egg look vibes.
But you should definitely do one of those, like the tail you've been doing now, like the toot, because that's what they have. The seahorse has that little tooty, yeah. So another thing you could make, with that, the one that you've already been making a bunch of now. And this was actually just like made into a long strip and then rolled up and then sewed in together. So it's like sewed in place. So this is very simple, really. And I bet you can do something like this without even looking at a pattern. I think this is a free pattern on Hobie though.
I was gonna say it looks like a single, double, single slip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
there's
of.
a triple in there. Yeah, there might be a triple in there.
There's just, yeah, there's not a lot of stuff going on there. And these ones are pretty simple too.
Yeah, for the most part, especially most of my dolls, I just wing them anyway. You know me.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a shaping here to get this little, like, this little bumpy here, but other than that, it's just like a round ball. It's just like a little bit extra over here. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I bet you can do this horny bit better if you'd like to make a unicorn out of it. But I think one of your little 2D beak, whatever, what would you call it on a seahorse? Is it a beak? It's not like, what is
It's their
mouth?
Maybe it's a beak.
Beak.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but you got your little kitty tail over there now for the green one. So it is the same type of shape with the
Yeah, the snork.
yes. But you could do something like this with that yarn because it's a sea creature.
But Denise says adult toy. No way, I would run from that. Oh no.
Well, I guess we're in that hour then.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I made a hammerhead shark a while back, but while I was making it before I put the fins on it, it does have a different type of shape, and I got some comments about that. It also looks like a different type of adult toy, a very big one though.
It
But
does, in fact.
It's funny how people's minds goes where it goes.
yes,
Yeah. You know, when I was just making basic little small dolls, they make the same thing. So it doesn't matter what you're making, they all look like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm just vibing over here now, and my vibe is telling me to go get my pin cushion.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble now.
So yeah. You might not all enjoy this, but I enjoy my pin cushion, okay? I have a pin cushion that is very big and proud, or tall and proud, and it's a cactus in a very very different type of shape, perhaps. So it also doubles as a voodoo doll in case you feel like you need one. You know it, and it does look like a mosquito in this angle. So
Yeah,
that's
it
pretty-
does. It definitely has mosquito vibes, also, like cartoon mosquito.
Yep.
That's
But it's
funny.
kind of big. It's like you know, you need 2 hands because it's so tall. But we can all adore adore,
Or is not the
appreciate.
right word.
We,
Yeah,
we
there
can
you
appreciate the mosquito over here. Yes. While I stretch a little bit and just yeah.
Yes. How long did it take you to put all the pins in?
Well, I have, you know, these are my blocking pins. So these come in and out every time I do some blocking. So it's very satisfying to have, like, to get to replace them every so often. And I did, like, the whole pin cushion was done during live streams. So the people watching were helping me pick out, like, the color of the plant pot, because there's 2 tones. The size of the balls, we did a couple of different test size balls to see what size would be appropriate for this size. But they also got to watch me put these 200 pins in it for the first time. There was a couple of people that was complaining about that they could visualize the pain on themselves in the chat. There was some people that couldn't really look at it, which I don't know. I was enjoying put them in. You know, that it was a fun stream.
Yeah.
Denise says it's not supposed to look like a screwdriver either. Get this person to a clinic.
I think that's
Poor
the
Denise.
I think that's the hammerhead because I was holding it like a good yeah, it's a good grip on the hammerhead when you hold it like I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, this is you know, my live streams can sometimes be me making pin cushions that is not appropriate, or other things that's not appropriate, because I don't always make beautiful, intricate patterns. I sometimes just go crazy and do silly things and mildly inappropriate things. Yes.
It's
All
okay.
done in fun.
Yeah, but this it doubles as a voodoo doll in case if you need some like
Stress
something to get your like feelings out on. You could definitely make yourself a pin cushion for your blocking pins. I need to make another one though, because this is 200 pins in this one, and then I got a package with 1,200 pins, so I need pin cushions for those 1,200, and I don't think I can fit that on this one. So I might have a couple of these for all my needles.
I'm gonna have a few different shaped ones there.
Yeah.
All right.
But I have said I need to make a matching plant pot with a set of boobs.
That's true.
Yes. I just haven't gotten to it. So there's plans for that. And I figured like, because I'm going to make it like a cactus still. So cactus or cacti boobs. But then there's the cactus flowers. That would be perfect as nipples, right?
Or pasties.
Well, yep. Yeah. If you feel like that. Yeah.
I never realized till today that the pot it was in was crocheted also.
Oh,
I
yeah.
What is that? I
It
just
is.
noticed that today.
It's all crochet. And it's filled with polyfill and like small is it like plastic beads or like pellets
Got
for
it.
weight, so it doesn't fall over, so it's like weighted at the bottom
Yeah.
because it does wiggle a bit, so you know you need the weight for stability.
Okay, now that aerial view leaves more to the imagination, the blue one on the pot. Yeah, if you guys got a little laughing in, that's pretty good. Let's see, what time is it now? Okay, so 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. We've been live 3 hours.
Yeah, I smell dinner cooking. I was supposed to make dinner tonight, but I think Jason's making spaghetti.
Oh, he got tired of waiting. He's hungry. No, I'm just kidding.
Y'all are going to keep on talking, so I'll go make dinner. I have made progress. Look at here. I put on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows.
Awesome.
We're about in the same place. I think I'm on row number.
Yeah, and so I'll show it in the front of the other camera. So since this camera's making it look weird.
No, I'm on row number 7. Be row number 7.
Yay.
I'm almost at the half point.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me. That's for sure. I need to quit being a slacker and get on with it.
Well, I did some work outside. Like last year, I did some work outside of our crochet.
Yeah, I need to do that while I'm sitting in front of the TV instead of just vegetating.
That looks
So
good.
I think that's, it's looking good. It's just going to be small, but it's okay. It's because I got this tiny yarn. See, it's so tiny.
Yeah, I've got Aran weight yarn.
I think this might be DK. What? Let me see what it says on here. It's a 2-ply
For sport.
Is it blue?
Yeah, it's tiny. But weird thing is, it says to use an E4 hook, and I'm thinking, right,
Mhm.
because I'm using a 3.25 hook on it on this yarn.
I guess it just depends on how you want it to look.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be all loose and weird.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
I
want
said-
mine loose. That's why I'm using, even though I'm using Aran weight yarn, I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook because I have such a loose, I crochet so loosely.
You're a loose hooker like me.
Yes.
It's like
Absolutely.
these antibiotics is making my nose run.
It's okay. It's just the dogs. You're okay.
So anyway, let's have a chit chat here. Chaunda,
Yes, ma'am.
where'd you go?
I'm here.
Want to
Are you
show?
see me?
Can I spotlight you so you can show your app where you are, and then
I sure will.
and then again talk about your channel as always, that kind of stuff.
My name is Chaunda. My channel is Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts, where I share things quilt and crochet related that interest me. This is the blanket that I've been working on today.
Hey, it looks great. Look at that.
Pretty.
So I've gotten 6 rows put on.
So what
working
size
on
hook
row
are you
7.
using on yours?
Huh?
What size hook are you using?
I'm using a 4.5 millimeter.
Okay, so that's regular worsted yarn you're using?
Correct.
Okay, so that's why yours looks bigger than mine.
Yeah, they recommend a 5 millimeter hook. I didn't want to do DK weight. That's why I had to do all this stupid math.
Yeah, and this is
Figure out
DK, I think.
how big to make the blanket, just to make sure I wouldn't run out of yarn, because I only had one skein of each color. So I had to make sure I didn't run out. So I had to do all this math to figure out how many rows I could get from each skein and how to do the colors so that I would get the proper dimensions. So there's all my quilt math, or crochet math, I should say.
I'm thinking maybe I need to go through my totes and see actually, because I see how much Red Heart soft yarn I actually have. I think I have enough in there to probably make a project, do a bigger size afghan, maybe, because I'm thinking about doing one. Because I the last time I did an afghan, I used I think they were called the shell stitch or something. It looked like a half shell, like what you get from the beach, and because it was a pattern that I went by, and I only had it a week, and I gave it away as a wedding gift. And I wanted to keep it for myself, but I didn't have a gift for them for a wedding gift. So being who I am, I'm like, I'll just give this to them. And I never got around to remaking it. I'm thinking about making one because I really liked the pattern. It was simple, and I had it done within a couple of, well, that was before I started sewing. It'll take longer because I'm sewing now, but I'm thinking about, because the last time I actually made, besides that one, the only other huge afghan I ever made was that ripple one that I've shown you guys, the one that's in the browns. And that one I've had a long time now. I mean, since 1980. I made it in 1988 or either 89. So I've had it all this time. And I had made it for him, my first husband, then he passed, and of course it's mine again. So, all right. Okay. Amanda,
Yes.
let's see what you've been doing. And also tell them about your channel.
Well, I've been working on this blanket. We were just gonna do like so, I think. So I'm Amanda, the Scraptastic Crocheter, and I have a wicked sense of humor, as you might have noticed from my little show and tell of my little things here recently. But I mainly just do live streams, and I hang out and I try to inspire people to do some fun crochet that might not be like your standard plain crochet. Oh, like I do a little bit of everything, but this is what I mainly like go towards like more intricate stuff, which is, I love it. And I love that I can inspire people with it.
That's
But yeah.
blank. That blanket's beautiful. I'm
It
loving all that.
Really is.
stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
not loving the colors, but I am doing the best I can with the colors that I had at hand, to be honest.
I think it
This is-
works. I
this
think
is
it's
just-
working.
Yeah. I had like this blanket, I have been making things like either blankets or shawls when I've had family members getting like yeah, all of them, the ones that have done blankets and shawls specifically for having to when they're going through cancer treatments and chemo and getting all cold and whatnot. So at the moment I currently have someone that I need to make this one for. And I didn't have a lot of yarn at home to pick from, that I have like a blanket amount of yarn. And this, I had a blanket amount of yarn. So that's why we're going with this. Because I wanted some cheerful colors and I didn't feel like waiting around to go and order yarn when I have so much yarn at home and I don't really have a yarn budget at the moment. So I'm just doing what I can. And I hope that this is going to be brightening someone's day a little bit during a hard period of their life.
Oh,
So,
So sweet.
Amanda,
Yes.
Laura said she subscribed to your channel.
Thank you.
Now,
I really
last
appreciate that.
next person is going to be Miss Andi over here
oh yes.
and show us. I know you've made more than one putty cat, so hang on while I spotlight you.
All right.
Yes, we need to see the green one.
Started on this one, and then so this is what I've been making, except for I didn't finish all
They're
the.
so cool
That's
looking.
cute.
So I made these two.
Oh my God.
I
Look at
love them.
I think this one needs like a little whipped cream and cherry on its head or something.
them.
And you
Yeah.
need to do the sewing because the green one definitely needs a butt.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This is the alienish Shreky one. It looks so blurry. I'm sorry, guys, but yep.
Yeah, it's because the camera doesn't know what to do with that green, I don't think. Those are cute, Andi.
Those are adorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really looking forward to
You
the
need to make
green
those
when
your
you get a butt
trademark.
on it. It needs a butt.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
my cat on the big peep down here.
And let me share Andi's channel too. All right. Y'all don't vacate Zoom when I shut the live down because I want to try to see if we can figure out when we can get together.
Okay.
So, and you saw what I've been working on. And this is from the Attic 24 website. This is a free pattern. The one that mine's called Spring Frost, and the one Chaunda's working on is Sweet Pea. And you can go to all you have to do is Google Attic 24, and I'll go get the link for it to share with you guys because she finally got her new website up, and everything transferred over to the new website. So I'll try to remember to do that either today or tomorrow so that you can find it easier. I didn't think about doing that, but I'll get that done. And because her patterns, most of her patterns are usually free. She in fact, she has a new sew along going on right now, I think. And I need to go over there and look and see if she's already started it because it might be something worth checking into. So tomorrow I am doing Wednesday late night at I need to look. I think it's 11 my time. Where is my planner? Because I'm only going to do it for a couple hours and then I'm going to stop because Thursday and Friday and Saturday are going to be earlier. And can you believe that February's almost over with?
No, I cannot. That just crossed my mind today. I was doing something and I was like, Jesus, it's almost March.
Yeah. So my live tomorrow is supposed to be at I think I either set it for 10:30 or 11. So just keep an eye out because I will post about it. I've already got the live set up. I just need to go look and see what time I set it for. So Thursday, Nikolai's ship is going into port. Anyone want to guess why they're going into port on Thursday?
Bad weather.
Nope.
Ship repairs.
Nope.
No clue.
To drop off a shipment?
Mm-hmm.
Aha!
They have almost 500 tons of shrimp to bring into port.
It's a lot of shrimp.
And yeah, and it's worth 20 million Danish kroners.
That's a lot.
So yes. And so what they'll do is
That's
they'll,
about 2 million US dollars ish.
yeah.
You
Yeah, I
can pretty
figured-
much just
yeah.
skip one digit.
Like 10%. I figured that from when she
Yeah.
did the 1200 conversion with
Yeah.
the air fryer. I was like, oh, so about 10%.
So this is the second load they're unloading since they went out this go around. So
Oh.
that's really good. And then they're going to go out and spend, let's see, when they go into port on Thursday, I got to look at the calendar here so I can tell you how many days they have left. They're going to go back out. They'll be in port about a day because they're going to try to get it unloaded quickly. And so then, so if they go back out to sea on Friday or either early Saturday morning, they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10 days more fishing. And then they'll come back into port and get off the boat. So it's potential if they go back to where they are at right now, where the fishing is so good, they could potentially come back in with maybe half a load. It just, but Nikolai doesn't know if Tourbillon's going to do that or if they're going to go to somewhere to fish slow. I don't know. I think if they were smart, they'd go back where they came from and bring in a big load again. You know, but you never know. But anyway, this is the first time in a really long time they've had this good of a
Fishing season.
yes, I mean a good tour this go around. I won't know until the end, you know, how many tons total they did for the whole trip, but it's been a good trip. Despite all, because you remember first thing they had to deal with was all the wreckage on the ship when they went in, you know, when they changed ship or changed teams because the other team left them with all the mess.
Yeah.
And so they spent 4 days in port before they ever even got to go to sea, dealing with
Just
all that
cleaning.
cleaning, repairs. Something was wrong with the engine. They broke the crane chain or something, and it was all a mess. And then they didn't do what they were supposed to. So something about the gear had been, 2 of the gears had been wrecked and not fixed properly. So they had a whole huge bunch of mess to clean up. And despite all of that, they all pulled together and got everything done and under control and out to sea, and on the way to the fishing grounds, they got a lot of the repairs done. And while they were fishing, they were working on the repairs. They got a bit overwhelmed by the amount of shrimps they were hauling in. And at one point they had to they stopped dropping 2 gears and were only dropping 1 because 2 was overwhelming the crew and they couldn't keep up. And you can't let shrimp sit in a net for too long because if they die, then you have to throw them out. So
That
when they
sounds like
get
a
that
luxury
overwhelmed
problem
like
that they
they'll
had to slow down because
Yeah,
they
they
were
had to
getting
slow
too
down.
much.
There was twice where they had to slow down because they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, luxury problem.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Too
problem
good of
to
a
have.
fishing season.
Yeah, a really good fishing, you know, and where they were fishing at, they haven't fit. I asked Nikolai because he said that they were fishing along the invisible line between Greenland waters and Canada waters. And I said, when's the last time y'all fished out that far? And he says, he thinks it's been at least 8 or 9 years and no one's been out there fishing out there. So when they got out there, and they didn't have any competition to start with, when they first got out there, it was just them. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, 2 other ships showed up. But the rest of the fleet that belongs to the company he works for are still off the East Coast. So all of them are on the other side of Greenland. So there's no competition from them at all. And so it's benefited the Agamalik to haul in all this shrimp. So they didn't expect to hit when they first got out there. Like the first 2 days, I think Nikolai's told me that it seemed a little slow, and then the third day I didn't hear nothing from him. And I'm like, that's kind of strange. The only thing I could think of was either A, they had wreckage again with the gear, or B, they were overwhelmed with shrimp. So the next day he texted me and he said, the reason I didn't call you or, come on Messenger is because we are swamped, is what he said. So, yeah. Denise says, hopefully you won't let any of your vacation plans stop you from continuing your medical treatment. I'm going to make sure that when they get ready to set me up for nuke, that it doesn't happen in the same. What I would love for it to happen is if they send me to nuke a week before Nikolai gets off the ship again, so that we can just fly from nuke straight to Denmark without me having to come back home. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully things won't overrun each other, because I'd be disappointed if I didn't get to go on vacation. I really want to get the heck go do something,
Right.
I need to do stuff. I need to go look at the IKEA shop and order some furniture for my craft room, and there's a bunch of things I want to do. Go talk to the sewing machine seller of mine, Janome, to find out if their service technician can walk me through servicing my own sewing machine, because I don't have a tech here to take care of it. And I don't want to put it in a box and send it to Denmark, because it's the only sewing machine I have right now. Uh-oh, what happened to this? There we go. I don't know. I am just going to do one day at a time until we figure all this out. I will know more. They may send me to nuke tomorrow. And if they do, I'm in trouble, because who's going to take care of Nora? But I might be able to take Nora over to my boss's house. I'm sure that one of the girls, I'm sure that Krista wouldn't mind watching her. So, but I heard that Hanifa's going to come home for the summer, which if she does come home for the summer, that might be early June. And if she does, then I won't have to take Nora to Denmark with us. And that means that Hanifa can stay at the house, which Hanifa will love. And Nora will be, to the moon, because she hasn't seen Hanifa in months. All right. Anyone, are you guys ready to end the live?
Yeah.
I'm just sewing ends over here.
Yep. I need to be doing that. But all right, everybody, remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with that? You make something beautiful, or you go do something beautiful for someone else so that they get a smile on their face, because you never know, that might change their whole day or life. See you tomorrow on the next live. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
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 I believe that's still, wow.